Because it's fucking muted. That's why. SC Wolverines, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I could hear you breathing and shit the whole time.
Oh, that was fucking me. I thought that shit was you.
The Fonz is in the house that I don't hear you, and I'm looking at my screen like, what's going on? Oh, it's fucking muted. No reason. No wonder. How's everybody doing? We're trying to work out some kinks. SE Wolverines is hanging out with me tonight. So we can find your logo and throw it up there. Shauna, Sonya won't be able to hang out with us tonight.
I got fucking pneumonia, so I'm breathing all heavy.
Oh, shit. See if I can figure this out here. Yeah, I don't get it, man. I got your logo right there. I'm just trying to figure out how to put this bitch up here. Thanks. Happy birthday to me. Trying to figure all this shit out. I got some new equipment, but I'm not sure exactly how to do everything. But you can hear me though, right? SE still?
Yeah.
Everybody let me know if you can hear SE Wolverines too. Say something, SE.
I got a delay, but it might be because I have YouTube open and the other thing.
Yeah. What are you joining me on right now? SE has a reverb echo going on. Say something, SE.
Well, I have the link you sent me, but then I have YouTube open too.
Well, let me see this if I can. All right, say something now. Try it now.
Can you hear me now?
I can. Try it one more time. Yeah, see, that's whack. It's going to be a double speak on your end because you're coming through as a guest, and then you're also coming through as a main track as well. So I'm not sure how to settle that.
Because if there's a hold on. Let me see. I have to like mute the YouTube, or I'm gonna have an echo.
Yeah, Fonz, does he still have an echo? I think he does, because I can see it on my screen. Figuring out YouTube shit 101.
Yeah, I don't think I have it now, right, Fonz? The echo. I can't. Hey, Fonzie.
See, I don't know how to do it. Shit. Let's see.
Because Rebs, I got the that link you sent me. I have that open.
Yeah.
And I see the audio down there, but then it says choose what to share with guests. Ecamm Live. And it shows like the different tabs I have open on my computer, you know?
Yeah, because I just see like a blank screen on my side from you. I can hear your audio, but when you talk, though, there is an echo for some reason. I don't know why.
And it says, do you want to window or the entire screen.
Yeah, don't show whatever you don't want to show, but
yeah, I don't know what to, like if I should have it on entire screen. But it's hard because if I put entire screen, I have to flip back to YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying?
okay, I think I fixed the echo. Fonz, how's that sound to you now? Say something for him, SC.
Testing, testing, testing.
Give him a second to hear that. I think I did fix it though. It gave me a little warning and I clicked that button, so it should be good now.
Okay. No, Chris, no echo?
No echo now, good.
Okay, what about now?
Yeah,
okay,
so that's good now. All right, yeah, I think I fixed it on my end. It was on my end, I believe.
Okay. Now it might be showing a blank screen on my end because my camera doesn't work on my computer.
Okay. That's fine. Let me see. Are you going to show any images on your computer or are you just audio only?
No, I don't have to. You could just, I don't know if you could just put my logo up.
Yeah, I'll just do that. I'll bring it down a little bit, resize it. Boom. Bickety bam, motherfucker. There we go.
All right, that's cool.
All right, so when I go back to full screen, let me go full screen. It's still going to be there though. I'll have to figure that out later.
All right, see, I still have a slight delay. I hear you, but then it delays a little bit in what you previously said.
I don't know how to fix that.
But that could be because I have YouTube open. I'm not really for sure. I could make it through it because it's not that bad. It's really like the delay is very low.
Maybe turn that volume down on the YouTube. Can you do that?
Let me see what happens if I turn it off. Say something, Rebel.
Check, check. 1, 2, 3. Check, check. 1, 2.
Yeah. I got to shut it off on my end. The volume on YouTube. Okay, that's cool. All so right. Keep the volume on YouTube off. Now, there's no way I could stream this to my channel, is there?
I don't know. What are you using to stream out right now?
I have OBS and I could get StreamYard.
Yeah, I don't have. Well, I mean, I download StreamYard, but I only do that when we're hanging with Sonya.
Okay.
But she's running the show at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But if you go live on your own channel, you should be able to do that. I'm not sure how.
Yeah, I think if I do it on my end, if I use OBS, let me see if I can do it right now.
Do it. See, I need to figure out your shit on your end because
this is OBS. Okay, I think I'll have to do that on my end as far as sharing it on my channel, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which will be fine, I'm going to see if I can do it all right now. Start streaming.
Might try to figure this out with your logo. I appreciate y'all kicking it with us while we're trying to figure this bullshit out. Okay, I think I know what to do.
Okay.
How was your day, man?
Good, good. I was chilling. I had off because I'm sick, so I had off of work. I took a couple of days off. How was your day?
I was pretty good. I had to work, but at least I ain't sick, thank God.
Yeah, it sucks, man. I had it since Christmas. I caught the flu, and it turned into pneumonia. So
Hell
that's
no.
not cool. But I feel a little better though.
Hell yeah. Boomhauer had that shit too. He said it almost killed him.
Yeah, I couldn't. I had a hard time breathing, man. I was like, damn. Especially like a week ago. Boom. So Boom had it too. It's going all over the place.
Yep.
Okay. Now it says pick up the type of stream to. See, I never streamed on my channel yet, and it
First
says
time
no.
for everything.
Yeah, it says no setup required using existing webcam. Then it says go, and I hit. There's no way I could hit go. I don't understand it.
Check this. All right, cool. I'm back in business with your logo now.
Okay.
I just have to add it from another screen, which is, I mean, this program's pretty intuitive, but if you don't follow everything right down to the letter, it's just, it won't
What
work for
program
you.
do you have?
Oh, it's called Ecamm Live.
Bcam Live.
Yeah,
Huh.
it's a paid for program. You got to pay for the shit, but it's worth the money as far as like being able to do all the cool shit that I can do. Because I can preload all those different
Videos.
videos and shit, and I can do all my graphics, and that works with the along with that Stream Deck, so I can queue it up real fast. Thank all the rebels for coming in the house. See that?
Did you ever
Bam.
get a new computer?
Yeah, I did finally, and I got a new camera too. So
All right,
if
so you're
y'all,
chilling.
yeah, for everybody looking at my beautiful face.
Yeah. So Chris,
We ain't taking no calls, but you can call in at that number right there. Look at that ring, ring, ring. Got all the fun shit there.
I'll have to play around on my end to stream it because it's not. I got to figure that out because it says built-in webcam recommended for first-time creators, and I hit go and it won't let me go. So I gotta. It won't let me click the button for some reason.
I wonder if you dropped out of being a guest and then try to go. See if that'll let you actually hit the button, and then you can just rejoin later if you want to.
Like, can you drop off on being a guest on YouTube or the other thing?
The thing that you're in right now, YouTube, you're just watching as a spectator, right? Like you're in the chat or whatever, like normal.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm trying to go. Yeah, I'm watching. Yep, but then I'm like in a separate window. I'm trying to go live,
Mm-hmm.
and it says go live, and it says let me see. It says right now, get set up to live stream now. Don't worry, you'll have a chance to review settings. Then I hit start, and then it says pick the type of stream to begin. Built-in webcam recommended for first-time creators. And then it says go, but it won't let me click it. It won't let me click go. I don't know if you're familiar with what I'm talking about, like in Studio, in YouTube Studio.
I'm trying to text Sonya right now. She's always busy. She may not be able to join on the live. What's going on with you, Fonz? Everything good? Been forever up in this bitch, dude. I've been working like a mofo. But I'm happy I got this new camera and a new computer so things just won't shut down in the middle of streaming, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Heard that.
I wonder if you can hear the audio from the videos that I play too. Let me try to play something, see if what you can hear. You should be able to hear everything that's going on. Just like if you were watching the broadcast.
What the hell is even that?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Got me fucked up. Got me fucked up. Got me fucked up. Got me fucked up.
Up. Mm-hmm. Did you hear all that?
Yeah, yeah. Got me
Can you
fucked up.
got me fucked up? Can you do your audio while all that shit's going too, or no?
Play it again. Hello,
Got me
hello,
fucked up.
hello, 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 hello.
Got me fucked up. Got me fucked up.
Hello, hello.
Got me fucked up.
Up. Yeah, yo.
I don't know if you heard me. I was saying hello, hello.
Yeah, the audio from that's pretty powerful though, so it's hard for
Okay.
that voice to compete with it.
Gold jacket, green jacket, who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit?
It's a crazy world.
Do. I'll have that shit in my head all night now.
Yeah, I just gotta figure this out.
You haven't ever tried to go live from it before ever though, right? Yeah, I wonder if you
It,
drop. Go ahead.
it's it's definitely on like my end. I just gotta figure it out. That's all. Right now, start. Go. Yeah, I think it's something with my camera going on.
Do you have a camera?
Yeah, but it's all blocked off right now. But let me see if I can fix it. Hold up.
I don't really know shit about OBS, so you can do a lot of shit with it, but you got to know the program.
Yeah, because that's how I use it to like, make my videos and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here it is. Here it is. See, it's making me use my webcam. It's making me use my webcam.
Can't you select what camera that you want to use though?
Let's see. It's asked me for a title. I'll just put test. See, it won't give me a drop. It says, how do you want to go live? Okay, my God. Let me see. No, it's not made for kids. Okay, customization. Visibility. Let me just put
Oh shit, I blocked him out. I kicked you out, homeboy. Come back in. Son of a. Hit that link and come back in at Wolverine. Son of a bitch. We're figuring it out though. Just hang on. Oh, fucked my background up too. Mother. Showing the current scene. Guest. Well, I'll be damn. That's good. That's good. Safari. Come back in, Wolverines. You have to enter it again. I accidentally XG out that shit. Where's my background on this motherfucker? Can I do that? Boom. Boom. Okay, I fixed that part. Sorry about that. Working out all the bugs. Jump back in and see you if you're able to do that. You probably turned the volume down. Now you can't hear me. Boop, boop. Shit, let me go back here. Dude, I'm rusty. I hadn't done this shit in a while. Yeah, I was watching those confirmation hearings for the last couple of days. And these fucking protesters getting taken out left and right. Yeah, try to jump back in there, Issy. Watch here. Rubio makes a joke. He's like, I'm getting heckled in bilingual. Dude, that shit was funny as fuck. Yeah, try to jump back in there, see. Yeah, I can't hear you right now because you're not in the interview room. I accidentally exited you out of it. I'm talking and you can't hear. We'll exit out of there and then hit that link again. You probably have to hit that link again. Fonzie's all good. He ain't down with the sickness yet. Oh, not yet. Yeah, thank God I hadn't got sick either. That should have put me down like an old rabid dog. Nobody was protesting no paying Bondi shit today, though. No audio on the video of Rubio, so I'm laughing to myself. What are you dumb? Here goes SC calling back in. Boom. No audio on the video of Rubio. Say that shit 3 times fast, Fonzie. Unmute your microphone. SE, I got you back in the room. See, that's a whole nother problem now, Fonz. Thanks for telling me about that. No audio from the Rubio. I can see it going through my shit over here. I don't see what the motherfucking problem is, bro. And it's been working all day, too. Let me get off this and go back to it one more time. Hello, hello. All right, let me try now. No. Well, fuck you. What are you, dumb? This is dumb. Can you hear me now? SE Wolverines joining again. Let's see. Boom. It says guest is in the green room. Can you hear me now? It shows me on my side like your mic is muted. So if you unmute your mic. I'm going to try this Marco Rubio.
Stability and democracy and prosperity in these regions.
We've had forever war ever since.
Okay, you should be able to hear that.
Back to order.
This should be called Clusterfuck 101. Fonzie, did you hear that audio from Rubio that time? I know I didn't show the picture, but SE, you're back in the green room. Let me see if I can add you and go to the thing. Boom. Add on the right. Okay, I hear you now.
That audio from Rubio that time? I know it didn't show the picture, but SE, you're back in the green room.
Yeah, I got you now. I had to add you.
You can go to the thing. Boom.
Okay.
Fonzie, you can hear that audio from Rubio that time? I know it didn't show the picture, but SE, you're
Okay, can you hear
got
me?
you now. I had to add you.
Oh, okay.
You can go to the thing. Boom.
Okay.
I can hear that YouTube stream coming through there, though.
Oh, shit. Can you hear me?
Now I had to add you.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of whack. It's got I have to use this echo cancellation in order for you not to have echo. But then when I do that, they cannot hear the videos that I play, so I'll have to make a choice to like mute the audio on you when I play a video.
That's why.
And turn that damn YouTube down on your side if you can, please.
Yeah, I got it. My bad. I had another something open because I was trying to mess with the OBS. My bad. Is that better?
Yep. Yeah, so I got to remember to do that. Let me see if I can go back to Safari, play the video.
Prosperity in these regions.
We've had forever war ever since. Little Marco, keep your hands.
All right, so everybody in the chat confirmed to me that you saw and heard that video.
In the Indo-Pacific and in Europe that led to the emergence of stability and democracy and prosperity in these regions.
We've had forever war ever since. Little Marco, keep your hands.
Like, I don't even know why they protest in there, because it just sounds like a bunch of rubble, you know.
Drive vehicles into
How you supposed to get your point across?
While America far too often continued to prioritize the global order above our core national interests, other nations continued to act the way countries always have.
Fonzie, you can hear that? Yep, all good, okay.
Pause.
SE, you say something?
Check.
Yeah, I think you're still going to come through as an echo unless I put that echo cancellation on it.
I get bilingual protests, which I think is an entry cool.
As you know, that's a first here for us, at least in recent times.
All right.
All right. Back to order.
All right. So while
I'll have to do
America
some
too often
research on that.
prioritize the global order above our
With
core
the
national
echo?
interests, other nations continued to act the way nations have always acted and always will. Badly drive vehicles into our people. While America far too often continued to prioritize the global order above our core national interests.
All right. Playing a clip, I just use that echo cancellation.
Yeah, it's playing on my end good. Am I coming through okay?
Yep.
All right, cool.
Everybody confirm that they
I don't know, I
hear
have-
SC Wolverines. Go ahead, sir.
I'm going to have to play around with it on my end with the OBS. When I go to YouTube and it says visibility, should there be a button there and you put like go live or something?
I don't know as far as the YouTube goes. Are you doing it on your phone or in your
On my computer. Like, don't you stream through YouTube?
Yeah, I do, but like I said, I use that eCam. So once you set it up, on the YouTube side, it says go live and all that shit. You still have to have a streaming software like your OBS or whatever you're gonna use. So you gotta feed that that YouTube to your OBS to be able to
maybe it's wrong.
get that feed through there. We're waiting on you to figure that out. I'm gonna show them this fucking video right here. This is a crazy ass video of this fucking. Yeah, no audio because I forgot to hit the fucking cancellation button. Click it one more time and go again. I appreciate everybody hanging out with us, trying to or figuring out this madness. Do 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 do. I don't like the way they changed this program before. Okay, now it goes. Yeah, last time I could just go whoop whoop whoop, make it bigger and smaller as I need to. Now they're trying to fuck with me. Play this clip again.
54-year-old Andrew Winter, seen here in the green jersey, was accused of grabbing a kindergarten student by his clothing and sitting him down, looking around, then stepping forcefully on the 6-year-old's foot, causing him to cry. In November, however, Winter was acquitted in a Montgomery County bench trial. After the acquittal, Mr. Winter was reassigned to Rock Creek Valley Elementary, but parents there started a Change.org petition saying Winter's, quote, concerning behavior contradicts the school's core values of kindness and empathy. Now, Fox 5 did reach out to Andrew Winter's attorney. He provided us a statement saying, quote, that the allegations were tested in a court of law and a judge threw the case out. Some people want to rely, he says, on one video from one angle to draw conclusions about Mr. Winter's conduct. And as we know from watching any
step on
NFL
that
football
kid's
game,
foot.
one angle often does not show you what actually happened. And that is from Dave Martella, Andrew Winter's attorney. 54-year-old Andrew Winter, seen here in the...
Man, you got me fucked up. I beat the hell out of that guy. You got me fucked up.
Got me fucked up. Got me fucked up. Got me fucked up. Got me fucked up.
Trying to say that they didn't, you can't really see it from that angle.
Looking from this angle, you can't see that we just stepped on this child's foot. He's a total fucking douchebag, but you can't tell from this angle.
Get the fuck out of here. What's up, Atomic? Atomic's got to work tomorrow. Corporate's on her ass. Got to go to bed early. Dumb. It sucks when corporate comes.
Yes, it does.
No more. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think Sonya's going to be able to hang out with us tonight. Yeah, I'm going to play this clip. Are you still working on getting your feed going?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. It's not. I'm recording it right now with OBS. It is not. Let me see. Let me stop it.
Sound like your elevator's ready. Ba-ding.
Open YouTube Studio. Okay.
Tonight, the now former owner of a popular Orlando nightclub has been indicted on charges related to child pornography.
WASH's Gail Pasco-Brown joins us in studio tonight. And Gail, we just got an update from the club.
That's right, Summer. Just before our newscast, Southern Nights and District Dive released a statement on Facebook that Richard Kowalczyk has transferred his ownership and has stepped down from all responsibilities. Both he and Eric Patrick are facing federal charges. A grand jury indicted the now former owner of Southern Nights, an LGBTQ plus club, and another man on several sex charges involving minors. These allegations are from July 1st of 2020 to February 10th of 2021. Richard Kowalczyk was listed as the owner of Southern Nights in Orlando. He and Eric Patrick are both named in the indictment filed in federal court in Orlando earlier this month. The men face several counts, including attempted coercion, distribution of child pornography, receipt and possession of child porn. Investigators say both men, using a facility and means of interstate commerce, did knowingly attempt to persuade, induce, entice, and coerce an individual who had not attained the age of 18 years to engage in sexual activity and production of child porn. Court documents go on to say they exchanged sexual images of people they met on the app Grindr under the age of 18. In one count, the indictment says Kowalczyk possessed pornographic material, and the depiction involved a prepubescent minor who had not attained 12 years of age. According to this indictment, several electronic devices were seized, including 2 cell phones and a desktop computer. I spoke with their attorney, Fritz Scheller, who provided the following statement. Mr. Kowalczyk and Mr. Patrick have pled not guilty and continue to maintain their innocence. They trust in the legal system to prove them right. Southern Nights and District Dive also said in the Facebook statement that the businesses had no part in the allegations and do not condone the alleged actions. Now, the men's next court date in federal court is next month. Summer.
That's crazy, dude. Every fucking time. Let me know when you got your shit figured out. I'm gonna play these clips.
Yeah. No, you can go ahead and play another clip. I gotta I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Well, at least we got some shit figured out. We figured out how to get you in here.
Yeah. It says like I linked it to OBS and everything, and I'm watching it through OBS, but for some strange reason it's not linking right to my. Do me a favor, go to my YouTube and see if you. I don't know if you can go to my YouTube to see. I don't think I'm live on there.
All right, hang on one second. No, it just shows your video page. I'll show you what
Okay. I don't know. I'll get with Alien with it because he uses OBS for some strange reason. I don't know. I can record our show though, and if worst comes to worst, I can upload it until I figure it out. You know?
Yeah. Okay, I think I fixed my end.
Yeah, it's my.
What if
yeah,
he uses OBS for his?
Yeah, he uses OBS. Like on OBS, it says I'm streaming, and I looked it up to my. Oh, is this it? Hold on. I linked it to my YouTube, and on OBS it says I'm streaming, and I could see, you're on my screen right now, but for some strange reason, it's not showing up on YouTube.
Yeah. Did you set up a stream on YouTube?
Yeah, and it said says visibility. I don't know if you hit a button it to finally go live. That's why I'm like I don't see no button to finally go. I set it up on YouTube.
Yeah, you'll probably have to get with
I'm gonna have to get with
Alien
Alien
on
with
that.
it. Yeah.
But on my end, once you set it up to you create the stream,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll show you. Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it has my screen on it, my YouTube screen.
Yeah, you see where it says
Yeah.
create right there? I set that create and then go live.
Uh-huh.
Then it gives me this stream. We got this stream going right now. So if I click on that, it should show us all in there.
Okay.
If did you schedule one? You hit this button where you're scheduling one.
Yeah, yeah. It said that like if I put create,
Then you
go live.
create new, all that shit. And then once
Yeah,
you do that, it should automatically give you the little spinning wheel, like, "Hey, we're going." Like
yeah,
this
see,
little
it's
spinning
not.
wheel like that.
Yeah, it's not doing that. It says pick the type of stream to begin, and it won't let me hit go. It says pick this type of stream to begin. Built-in webcam recommended for first-time creators. No setup required. And it says go, but it won't let me click on it.
Well, that's dumber than hell.
Yeah, I know it don't make no sense. I'll mess around with it. What I think I need to do is just not wait till we get done, like kind of wait till we get done, and then try to test the OBS by myself on my stream. You know what I mean? And then I
Yeah.
think I could go from there. So I'm good for right now. I'm good for right now. I'll figure it out over the weekend.
Once you figure out how to actually get it to stream, since you never did it before, then we can regroup and do the real thing. Because at least we got it this far. We got you in the interview room, and we got your logo on the screen, and we got the audio figured out.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. And then on YouTube, I could always, while we're talking, if I need to post links, I can, right? Because I'm a moderator.
Yeah. But you have to do that through the YouTube chat.
Yeah, okay.
We're supposed to have a chat back here on our end too.
Like a little private chat thing.
Yeah, can you see that? I want to type it. Hello.
No.
No, wow, you can't see that. Well, a
No, I don't.
little small window pops up on my end that says interview chat.
Oh, yep, I see. I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to send me a link on the back end, that's where you would send it to me, like we do with Sonia's show.
Yes, chat.
I'll send her a link on the back
I got
end.
it. Hello, right here. Bam. Okay. I'm good. And then if I want to go to the comments, I just hit comments and go to the chat in the stream or guest chat. I could send you links through that.
Yeah.
Through the guest chat. Okay, we're good, bro. Pretty much.
Drop that link that you just did in the back chat. Let me see what happens. All right, so I'll still have to copy and paste it. We'll see what happens. Is this your page?
No, this is your page. You want me to do my page?
I just didn't know what it was.
Yeah, that's what we're on right now.
Like the Rebel stream.
Yeah. And then
dude, I'm rusty as fuck too, believe me. Hey.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to get going. I know you've been off for a while. I never really been into it. I figured we could have a good show though. We could combine both our brains, figure something out.
Yep.
What's a good time for you? Because I know you're a different time zone.
Yeah, I'm Central. What's your time zone?
I'm like Eastern.
Oh,
so right now it's 12:35.
Yeah, you're same as Sonia's time zone. Yeah, I'm Central, so right now it's 11:35. So Usually, you know how I do Tuesday and Thursday at 7, but that usually goes to 8 or whenever I can fucking get into it, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But with work being so busy right now, it's been
It's hard to
hard to
put a time
even get
on it.
on there.
Yeah. Do you want to go like later? Would that be or like to give you enough time or whatever?
Yeah, I mean 8 o'clock is fine. If is that too late for you or what?
No, 8 o'clock your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm good
Okay.
because
'Cause
I
you
kind of got it set. I changed some hours around and I took Tuesdays off,
oh cool.
so I'm good all night, bro.
Cool. Hell yeah. Yeah, I should have went yesterday, but I was tired as fuck when I got off work. I had shit to do. But I went out with my brother for dinner and shit, so it was a little late getting here. I was trying to get here by 9:30, but dude, once we got talking, we were talking about all the politics and Joe Biden and all the shit that we always talk about.
Yeah,
And it just
yeah.
goes
Well,
on forever. And his wife, Mrs. Boomhauer, she tries to not get so involved with all the shit, but so I'll be telling her all the shit that I know or all the shit that I see. She's like, "What the fuck?"
she probably can't believe half of it
It's
because it's so
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, he said she was doing her own research the other day and was coming telling him some shit, and he was proud. He was like, "Dude, she's doing her own research now," because
Yeah,
she had
good for
heard
her.
something, and she was like, "No fucking way. Let me go look at this myself." And then she's coming telling him, "Dude, look what I found."
What do you think about the fires going on? That stuff's crazy, right?
Dude, it's crazy. I think they should have put it out by now, or they could have if they had water, but mismanagement and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. And then Trump tried to tell him years ago, and he don't want to listen.
Dude, they laughed. They laughed at him with
Yeah.
that shit, and they laughed at him with the Germany. He was telling them like, "Hey, Germany, you need to get out from under Russia with your power, because when shit goes down, your oil supply and your power, he's got you by the balls." And they're,
Whatever. And then they got him right by the balls, right?
yep, right by the satchel.
So they're always acting like he's the crazy one, but it sounds like they're the crazy ones, if you ask me.
Dude, in the confirmation hearings the last couple of days, all they could do was say Trump, Trump, Trump. They're bringing all these hypotheticals up. Did you watch any of those confirmation
Yeah. Well, I
hearings?
was watching what you streamed today. That was kind of the first time I started watching them.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you were in there for some of
You
those.
do
So
the guy. What's the guy's name? The military. What's the guy's name? I forget.
Pete Hegseth.
Yeah. I started watching with him, but you was doing that earlier today, right?
Yeah, I did Marco Rubio earlier, and then I did Pam Bondi. She's got a two-parter, 1 and 2, but they were all three of them, they were throwing out hypotheticals. What if Trump asked you to do something illegal? What if Trump did this? What if Trump did that? And I was bringing it up at dinner. They were talking about, Pete Hegseth, are you going to drink if you're the Secretary of Defense? It's a 24-hour job, so are you going to be drinking? Like,
No, and they all
motherfucker.
drink.
Yeah, they
know
all
what I'm
drunk as
saying?
hell. Nancy's drunk as hell right now.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, I just would have asked him, whose cocaine was that in the White House? You know what I mean? Like, you getting on my nuts about drinking, but nobody knows who that cocaine belonged to. This is in the
Yeah,
White House. What an embarrassment.
exactly.
So whatever
Exactly.
trying to pedestal y'all or fucking trying to stand on and judge me, I don't think so.
They're all like church ladies now, right? When
Yeah.
when their administration's running stuff, it's buck wild.
Yep.
Then the other administration comes in. Everybody's like a church lady. Nobody did no wrong. No drinking, no cocaine found. No, you know what I mean? It's a joke, man. It's a
Yep.
damn joke. I'm
Fucking
just
Joe
wait.
Biden. Go ahead.
Oh, go. No, just wait to see. I can only imagine what he's gonna unmask in a couple months in what they did behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably crazy.
I don't think we're ever going to get any type of like Biden files or nothing like that. They might, but they're probably just going to sweep it all under the rug and go, you know what? let's just forget about that last 4 years. Like that should never even happen. Please.
But the only thing that worries me about that is if, you know, like how do you feel about? Do you think they ought to investigate them like they did Trump, or you think they ought to just like, you know, look the other way, or because I'm
Shot.
afraid that after 4 years is up, they're gonna do it all over again. You know.
Yep, I'd investigate every single one of them, dude.
Me
But
too. And if they
there's,
broke the law, if they didn't break no law, they don't have nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying?
yep, that's why they did those preemptive pardons on their asses, so they could cover
Yeah.
that ass when they think Trump's going to come in and
And I
investigate
heard,
everybody.
yeah, I heard they're thinking about doing it with Fauci and Liz Cheney and all that. But I'm not really for sure if they're gonna do it or not. But
Yeah, I don't know. It's a waste of taxpayer money. Do you know how much money it's going to cost to take all these illegals out of here? Probably not as much as it costs to bring them here.
yeah, I know.
Bus tickets and plane tickets, they cost the same here and there.
Yeah.
And everybody
So
wants.
I'm like this too. I'm like, you ought to just. I don't know if you could do this, but threaten them. You get caught, you're gonna do 10 years in a federal pen and see how many go back by themselves. You know what I'm saying? They got here by themselves.
Well, they're
You
going to
can
say
go
they're going to
home.
try to bring all these legal things into it now, saying that Trump can't do anything legally to them. Like the last I heard, the legal system was for American citizens, not invaders.
That's true too. That's a good point, actually.
How are they covered by any type of laws that bound the United States when they ain't even citizens?
That's a great point.
Did you
They're
see?
steadily defending them now, aren't they? Steadily defending them.
Oh yeah, they're trying to set up a whole legal system to defend these fools. Like, why do y'all want these motherfuckers here so bad? What do they have that you want so bad? Slave
I
labor,
guess
I guess.
that and votes, you know, that and votes.
Yeah, I mean they can
Or the
manipulate the
numbers.
system.
Don't they get more? You get more representation as far as Congress goes if they're in certain areas. You know, like you'll have like the more population you get, the more representatives you have in Congress. So if they're all going to New
Yeah,
York,
funding too if they go by the census, and that's what I've heard too. That when they were doing the census, that
uh huh,
they were saying, "Hey, are you? Do you have a residence here? So, and if you have a residence, whether you're legal or not, they count that." Like, really? Okay.
yeah. See how? I wonder when the next census is. I have no idea.
Did you see
Look,
Biden's farewell message? He gave it
no,
earlier. I'm gonna play
no,
it
I
right
didn't.
quick. I'm gonna play it right quick if you don't mind.
Okay.
My fellow Americans, I'm speaking to you tonight from the Oval Office. Before I begin, let me speak to important news from earlier today. After 8 months of nonstop negotiation, my administration, a ceasefire and a hostage deal has been reached by Israel and Hamas, the elements of which I laid out in great detail in May of this year. This plan was developed and negotiated by my team and will be largely implemented by the incoming administration. That's why I told my team to keep the incoming administration fully informed, because that's how it should be, working together as Americans. This will be my final address to you from the American people from the Oval Office, from this desk as president. And I've been thinking a lot about who we are and maybe more importantly, who we should be. Long ago in New York Harbor, an iron worker installed beam after beam, day after day. He was joined by steel workers, stonemasons, engineers. They built not just a single structure, but a beacon of freedom. The very idea of America was so big, we felt the entire world needed to see. The Statue of Liberty, a gift from France after our Civil War. Like the very idea of America, it was built not by one person, but by many people, from every background, and from around the world. Like America, the Statue of Liberty is not standing still. Her foot literally steps forward atop a broken chain of human bondage. She's on the march, and she literally moves. She was built to sway back and forth to withstand the fury of stormy weather, to stand the test of time because storms are always coming. She sways a few inches, but she never falls into the current below. An engineering marvel. The Statue of Liberty is also an enduring symbol of the soul of our nation. A soul shaped by forces that bring us together and by forces that pull us apart. And yet, through good times and tough times, we've withstood it all. A nation of pioneers and explorers, of dreamers and doers, of ancestors native to this land, of ancestors who came by force, a nation of immigrants who came to build a better life, a nation holding the torch of the most powerful idea ever in the history of the world, that all of us are created equal, that all of us deserve to be treated with dignity, justice, and fairness, that democracy must defend and be defined and be imposed, moved in every way possible. Our rights, our freedoms, our dreams. But we know the idea of America, our institution, our people, our values that uphold it are constantly being tested. Ongoing debates about power and the exercise of power, but whether we lead by the example of our power or the power of our example, whether we show the courage to stand up to the abuse of power or we yield to it. After 50 years at the center of all of this, I know that believing in the idea of America means respecting the institutions that govern a free society, the presidency, the Congress, the courts, a free and independent press, institutions that are rooted, they just might not reflect the timeless words, but they echo the words of the Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident. Rooted in the timeless words of the Constitution, we the people. Our system of separation of powers, checks and balances, it may not be perfect, but it's maintained our democracy for nearly 250 years, longer than any other nation in history that's ever tried such a bold experiment. In the past 4 years, our democracy has held strong. And every day I've kept my commitment to be president for all Americans through one of the toughest periods in our nation's history. I've had a great partner in Vice President Kamala Harris. It's been the honor of my life to see the resilience of essential workers getting us through a once-in-a-century pandemic, the heroism of service members and first responders keeping us safe, the determination of advocates standing up for our rights and our freedoms instead of losing their jobs to an economic crisis that we inherited. Millions of Americans now have the dignity of work. Millions of entrepreneurs and companies creating new businesses and industries, hiring American workers, using American products. And together, we've launched a new era of American possibilities. One of the greatest modernizations of infrastructure in our entire history, from new roads, bridges, clean water, affordable high-speed internet for every American. We invented the semiconductor, smaller than the tip of my little finger, and now is bringing those chip factories and those jobs back to America where they belong, creating thousands of jobs. Finally, giving Medicare the power to negotiate lower prescription drug prices for millions of seniors. And finally, doing something to protect our children and our families by passing the most significant gun safety law in 30 years and bringing violent crime to a 50-year low, meeting our sacred obligation to over 1 million veterans so far who are exposed to toxic materials, and to their families, providing medical care and education benefits and more for their families. You know, it will take time to feel the full impact of all we've done together. But the seeds are planted, and they'll grow and they'll bloom for decades to come. At home, we've created nearly 17 million new jobs, more than any other single administration, a single term.
Lies.
More people have health care than ever before. And overseas, we've strengthened NATO. Ukraine is still free. And we've pulled ahead of our competition with China. And so much more. I'm so proud of how much we've accomplished together for the American people. And I wish the incoming administration success, because I want America to succeed. That's why I've held my duty to ensure a peaceful and orderly transition of power, to ensure we lead by the power of our example. I have no doubt that America is in a position to continue to succeed. That's why my farewell address tonight, I want to warn the country of some things that give me great concern. This is a dangerous and that's a dangerous concentration of power in the hands of a very few ultra-wealthy people. And the dangerous consequences if their abuse of power is left unchecked. Today, an oligarchy is taking shape in America of extreme wealth, power, and influence that literally threatens our entire democracy, our basic rights and freedoms, and a fair shot for everyone to get ahead. We see the consequences all across America, and we've seen it before, more than a century ago. But the American people stood up to the robber barons back then and busted the trusts. They didn't punish the wealthy. Just made the wealthy play by the rules everybody else had to. Workers want rights to earn their fair share. You know, they were dealt into the deal, and it helped put us on a path to building the largest middle class, the most prosperous century any nation in the world has ever seen. And we've got to do that again. In the last 4 years, that is exactly what we've done. People should be able to make as much as they can, but play by the same rules, pay their fair share of taxes. So much is at stake. Right now, the existential threat of climate change has never been clearer. Just look across the country, from California to North Carolina. That's why I signed the most significant climate and clean energy law ever in the history of the world, and the rest of the world is trying to model it now. It's working, creating jobs and industries of the future. Now, we've proven we don't have to choose between protecting the environment and growing the economy. We're doing both. But powerful forces want to wield their unchecked influence to eliminate the steps we've taken to tackle the climate crisis, to serve their own interest for power and profit. We must not be bullied into sacrificing the future of our children and our grandchildren. We must keep pushing forward and push faster. There's no time to waste. It's also clear that American leadership in technology is an unparalleled source of innovation that can transform lives. We see the same dangers of the concentration of technology, power, and wealth. You know, his farewell address, President Eisenhower spoke of the dangers of the military-industrial complex. He warned us then about, and I quote, the potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power, end of quote. 6 decades later, I'm equally concerned about the potential rise of a tech-industrial complex that could pose real dangers for our country as well. Americans are being buried under an avalanche of misinformation and disinformation, enabling the abuse of power. The free press is crumbling. Editors are disappearing. Social media is giving up on fact-checking. The truth is smothered by lies told for power and for profit. We must hold the social platforms accountable to protect our children, our families, and our very democracy from the abuse of power. Meanwhile, artificial intelligence is the most consequential technology of our time, perhaps of all time. Nothing offers more profound possibilities and risk for our economy and our security, our society, for humanity. Artificial intelligence even has the potential to help us answer my call to end cancer as we know it. But unless safeguards are in place, AI could spawn new threats to our rights, our way of life, to our privacy, how we work and how we protect our nation. We must make sure AI is safe and trustworthy and good for all humankind. In the age of AI, it's more important than ever that the people must govern. And as the land of liberty, America, not China, must lead the world in the development of AI. You know, in the years ahead, it'll help to be, it's going to be up to the presidency, the Congress, the courts, the free press, and the American people to confront these powerful forces. We must reform the tax code, not by giving the biggest tax cuts to billionaires, but by making them begin to pay their fair share.
He's all over the place.
We need to get dark money. That's that hidden funding behind too many campaigns contributions. We need to get it out of our politics. We need to enact an 18-year time and term for the strongest ethics and the strongest ethics reforms for our Supreme Court. We need to ban members of Congress from trading stock while they're in the Congress. We need to amend the Constitution to make clear that no president is immune from crimes that he or she commits while in office. The president's power is not limited. It's not absolute, and it shouldn't be. And in a democracy, there's another danger to the concentration of power and wealth. It erodes a sense of unity and common purpose. It causes distrust and division. Participating in our democracy becomes exhausting and even disillusioning. And people don't feel like they have a fair shot. We have to stay engaged in the process. I know it's frustrating. A fair shot is what makes America, America. Everyone's entitled to a fair shot. Not a guarantee, but just a fair shot. An even playing field. Going as far as your hard work and talent can take you. We can never lose that essential truth, remain who we are. I've always believed, and I've told other world leaders, America can be defined by one word: possibilities. Only in America do we believe anything is possible. Like a kid with a stutter from modest beginnings in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and Claremont, Delaware, sitting behind this desk in the Oval Office as President of the United States. That's the magic of America. It's all around us. Upstairs in the residence of the White House, I've walked by a painting of the Statue of Liberty I don't know how many times. In the painting, there's several workers climbing on the outstretched arm of the statue that holds the torch. It reminds me every day I pass it of the story and soul of our nation and the power of the American people. There's a story of a veteran. This is a veteran, a son of an immigrant, whose job was to climb that torch and polish the amber panes so rays of light could reach out as far as possible. He was known as the keeper of the flame. He once said of the Statue of Liberty, quote, "speaks a silent universal language, one of hope that anyone who seeks and speaks freedom can understand." Yes, we sway back and forth to withstand the fury of the storm, to stand the test of time. A constant struggle, a short distance between peril and possibility. But what I believe is the America of our dreams is always closer than we think. And it's up to us to make our dreams come true. Let me close by stating my gratitude to so many people, to the members of my administration, as well as public service and first responders across the country and around the world. Thank you for stepping up to serve. To our service members and your families, it's been the highest honor of my life to lead you as Commander-in-Chief. And of course to Kamala and our incredible partner, historic Vice President.
You don't even know his name.
She and Doug have become like family. And to me, family's everything. My deepest appreciation for our amazing First Lady who's with me in the Oval today. for our entire family. You're the love of my life and the lives of my love. My eternal thanks to you, the American people. After 50 years of public service, I give you my word. I still believe in the idea for which this nation stands. A nation where the strength of our institutions and the character of our people matter and must endure. Now it's your turn to stand guard. May you all be the keeper of the flame. May you keep the faith. I love America. You love it too. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you for this great honor.
Get fucked, weirdo.
Stop. You lying motherfucker, stop. Stop, stop, stop. You kiss my ass. You lying motherfucker, stop it.
Lying so much.
Oh, man.
We'll do the recap here in just a second. Watch this little ending. I should have let the whole thing play, but I couldn't help myself.
Is always an unfinished creation.
Democracy is worth dying for.
Democracy belongs to us all.
We are here in the sanctuary of democracy.
Great responsibilities fall once again to the great democracy.
Okay, so everybody, democracy, democracy, democracy. They know that all the Trump people say all the time, this is not a democracy, it's a constitutional republic. Correct?
Yep.
All right, watch this.
American democracy is bigger than any one person.
Freedom and democracy must be constantly guarded and protected.
We are still, at our core, a democracy.
This is also a massive victory for democracy and for freedom.
I thought that was kind of odd that they put Trump in there at the end.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so that was it? That was what they were showing on his final speech or whatever?
Yeah, that was his final speech. He's doing no more speeches.
Oh, thank you, Lord. There's a Lord somewhere.
There's a God somewhere. I need to pull that clip too.
Oh, what a joke. He wants all the respect and don't want to give the people respect. Oh, man, that guy's going to go down the worst in history, in my opinion, man.
Dude,
Terrible.
The worst president ever. He's like, it's your turn now. Like, bitch, please leave. Just get up and go already.
And every time he was talking about abusing the power, you know he was the one abusing the power. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to point fingers at somebody. Oh, man. I can't, like, what we got? Like, when's Trump take office? Like, 4 days? The 20th?
Yeah, the 20th. We got 4 days left. I'd be very surprised if they didn't try some kind of weird shit within 4 days. And
Yeah,
I
me
heard
too.
also that they were calling for a bunch of first responders, doctors, nurses, and all kinds of shit to be there. And they were questioning, like, hey, has this ever been done before? And they said, oh, yeah, it's been done for several presidents before inaugurations. Not that I'd ever heard, but I ain't known all the details.
Me either. And I heard Antifa's coming out the woodwork. They're not going to, it's too easy for them to just go away, man. It's just not in their nature. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when he's like, we're going to transfer power or whatever. I don't know, man. You wait to that day. I bet you all hell is going to break loose as far as, I mean, look what happened last time. There's riots all over the place, you know?
Mm-hmm. And see, we're also talking at dinner too about those fucking drones. Where'd those drones go? It was national news until that bomber from the Tesla truck bombed that shit, and he put out his manifesto talking about it's all Chinese drones and they could go over the White House and demolish our shit, and one day we're done, checkmate, and all this. And then they were like, "Oh, no more drones."
Yeah, and then you know, that terrorist thing went off in New Orleans. Then the guy with the cyber truck, and now the fires.
Mm-hmm.
So I made a video. I've been making videos about it on my channel, saying, you know, what about the drones, man? You know what I mean? Now, Krabby told me, and I heard it since Krabby told me, that Trump said he's going to address that and tell you what it's about. But I don't know, man. I don't trust it. I don't like that, especially after that guy wrote that in that Cybertruck thing in Vegas or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Man, I hope everything goes okay, but it's just like I said, it's not in their nature not to do something.
Well, I saw too there was another report that's been really down low key in the news feed, where there was another attack on Trump, where they went to some place where he was at. I'm not sure where exactly, but they blew up a car or set a car on fire to cause a distraction, and caught 2 dudes trying to do some weird shit, but keeping that low key, you know.
Oh wow.
It's crazy. But I'm glad that was it. He's gone. He almost tried to do the the thing, but he didn't do it all. He only did half of it.
I don't know. Talk about North Carolina and look at LA with the climate change, man. I'm just like, oh man, give me a break.
They loving that climate change shit. And dude, did you see the fucking Gavin Newsom clip of him dancing?
No. No, I didn't see it.
I gotta get
I
it.
didn't see it.
Yeah, I gotta grab it. It's so bizarre. You're like,
I
what?
didn't know. Yeah, I think they did the fires on purpose, man. As far as like, could have been a bum or something. Who knows what happened?
Well, I know for sure that it was some bums and other just random lunatics lighting fires. I know that for a fact because I saw the video myself.
Yeah, me too. And then
But the 80-mile-an-hour winds didn't stop it, and trying to put that shit out from a helicopter or an airplane, it just ain't safe to have them fly in the air. So that just exacerbated the shit even more. But getting a handle on it is one thing, being prepared is another, not having water is another. So either you people are so fucking inept at your job that you can't do basic firefighting type prevention. Yeah. And they made fun of Trump, like you said about that too, where he was telling them, hey, clean up your forest and all that shit. But
yep. And then he was negotiating a contract for California to have more water, and then Newsom went and signed the thing. It's a complete
scumbag,
joke, man. It's a complete joke. And then that dude wants to try to go and be president, or you burn the whole rest of the country down. You know what I'm saying? The hell out of here, man.
Yeah, let me play this clip of Gavin Newsom dancing right quick. Yeah, that echo just for a second. All right, here we go.
We're dealing with a myriad of issues. I was just talking to Josh Green, the governor of down in Hawaii, who had some ideas around some land use concerns he has around speculators coming in, buying up properties and the like. So we're already working with our legal teams to move those things forward, and we'll be presenting those in a matter of days, not just weeks. We're dealing with a myriad of issues. I was just talking to Josh Green.
What's this dancing all about?
I actually seen this.
Did
you hear what he said though?
Yeah, he talked
it's happy dance time. He's about ready to make some cash. Look at him, he happy as hell.
That's the Mo Money dance right there. Mo money. Watch him. Ha ha ha. Burn your shit down, make me some cash. Mo money, mo money, mo money.
What is that all about, man? I didn't see him do like I wasn't paying attention enough. They doing the happy hell. And they literally said it. They got some specters to come in to buy up all the land. They literally said it, and nobody's talking about it. If you would say that, you're a conspiracy theory. It's misinformation, and it literally comes out of his mouth. It's crazy.
Yeah, he even set up a new website, and the people were saying that it's like a misinformation website to where you go there and get the facts, and you can donate to whatever funds and whatnot, but it goes to Act Blue.
Yes.
Like, dude, you motherfuckers are crazy. And then Elizabeth Warren was trying to send people to the website, and they did the research on it, and it goes to Act Blue. Like, dude, y'all ain't slick. You think you are, but you're not slick. And the whole thing is like, all these people, they do all kinds of shit, and the lefties are a lot of them are in California, and they're rich as hell. And they buy the bullshit until they see right here, watch them drop the ball on even your shit. Like, you're the most richest people in the country, and they still don't give a fuck about you neither. That's going to wake a lot of people up.
Yeah, hopefully, you know. I mean, if this doesn't, what will?
Yep. Fawn says, have
Yeah,
either of you heard the wonderful company that owns 60% of the water rights? Yeah, they're called the
Yeah,
Resnicks.
that husband and wife team or whatever.
Yep.
Like they own I forget the water bottling company or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna play
No, no.
that next. The company.
Is that better on the Echo, Fonzie?
Yeah, I fixed it. It's
okay.
It's on my end with this stupid ass Echo control.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why it does that, but it does. I get this right here where we need to. So this was actually produced from the More Perfect Union back in November 2023.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to talk about the Resnicks and how they have all the power of the water and shit. It's like an 8-minute clip, but I probably won't play it all, but you get the gist of it.
While 40 million Californians suffer through unprecedented drought, one billionaire couple owns a massive share of the state's water system, seized in a series of secretive meetings 2 decades ago. That system was largely paid for by the very taxpayers whose water these billionaires hold hostage. Urban water systems are desperate for water, but in
Fair use, More Perfect Union. Don't try to bust my balls on this. We're helping you spread the word.
2023, they'll receive just 5% of what they requested from the state. The Resnicks are the biggest farmers in California. As of 2007, they owned 4 San Francisco's worth of farmland. And nearly half of Americans buy at least one of their products. Their pistachios, their pomegranate juice, their mandarins.
Pausing for a second on those pistachios. Remember all those fucking pistachio commercials we saw for a long time?
Yep.
That was crazy. And they own the Halo Orange Company too. Watch all these products they want to go back. Watch all the products that they own.
Are desperate for water, but in 2023, they'll receive just 5% of what they requested from the state. The Resnicks are the biggest farmers in California. As of 2007, they owned 4 San Francisco's worth of farmland. And nearly half of Americans buy at least one of their products. Their pistachios, their pomegranate juice, their mandarins, their flowers. It's all under one massive umbrella, the Wonderful Company, a privately owned company worth at least $5 billion. The majority owners, the Resnicks, are worth at least $8 billion. How were they able to take over such a large percentage of what should be a shared public resource? This is The Classroom from More Perfect Union, and today we're looking at how the Resnicks got rich. Linda is a former child actress, the daughter of Jack Harris, a successful movie distributor of the 1950s, most well known for The Blob.
Starring Steve McQueen and a cast of exciting young people.
At 19, she founded her own advertising agency. Stewart was born to a middle-class New Jersey family and started his first business, a janitorial service, in grad school. He eventually acquired American Protection Services, a burglar alarm and security company. Linda approached him about marketing services for the company, and they hit it off, not knowing that one day they'd work together to take over California's water. The Lovebirds became business partners. They bought Teleflora, the flower delivery company, and the Franklin Mint, purveyors of inane little tchotchkes. Linda was the marketing person, and Stewart was in charge of business. As Linda told the LA Times in 1993, "I've always said that Stewart and I together make one perfect person, like little salt and pepper shakers." In the late 80s, they found their primary industry, agriculture. They got into the pistachio business. Linda said, "We've done more for the pistachio than anyone ever since it was planted in the Garden of Eden. My husband should be canonized for all the work he's done." They started branching into other products.
Put into a cannon and shot across the United States, you mean?
Almonds, pomegranates, citrus, wine, and acquiring more and more land to cover it, including some very important land in Kern County, which granted them water rights in the area. As the Resnicks were building their empire, the state of California was building new water infrastructure with taxpayer money. California's natural water supply is very inconsistent. Vastly differing amounts of rainfall means the state can go from surplus to drought and back very easily. So they build water banks to store water during surpluses to have during droughts. One important storage facility is the Kern Water Bank, started in 1988. The facility was built with hundreds of millions of taxpayer dollars, which could have been a good thing. The people of California would have owned the water. But there were two Californians thirstier than the rest, and they wanted more water. Linda and Stuart Resnick, and they had a lot of political power. We'll get to that. In 1994, state water officials, water infrastructure contractors, and agricultural landowners with water rights arranged a secretive meeting at a resort in Monterey Bay, California. These groups, a mix of private companies and public agencies, rewrote California's water rules without any input from voters, taxpayers, or legislators. The new rules, called the Monterey Plus Agreement or the Monterey Amendments, were devastating for working Californians, and great for agriculture billionaires. The original code included urban preference, a long-standing rule that in times of drought, the state water board would give urban areas, where people live, access to water supplies before agricultural interests. Monterey axed that. That means that in times of drought, the water systems for normal Californians would have to buy water from private companies, because they weren't getting it from the state. The new agreement also loosened regulations on paper water. That's water that doesn't necessarily exist anywhere but on paper. The full quantities of water that providers could have, but don't actually need to have.
That in itself is absolutely insane to me. Paper water?
It just exists on paper. This is sneaky bastards, man.
Sneaky as fuck, having backdoor meetings and shit. Like, wow, dude. And they wonder what's going on with the water in California.
Yeah.
Like, you can't put out no fires if you ain't got no water, man. Well, how come we ain't got no water? Oh, well, let's pay attention.
Today, 5 times as much water has been promised and sold as actually exists. And importantly, the meeting changed ownership of the Kern Water Bank. What once belonged to the state was transferred to a few private water contractors, one of which was Westside Mutual, a wholly owned subsidiary of Wonderful Foods. The wonderful employee who runs Westside, Bill Phillimore, is the chairman of the public organization that manages the Kern Water Bank. Boom. One secret meeting, and the Resnicks owned nearly 60% of an important California water resource, built with hundreds of millions of dollars in taxpayer money. The new ownership, combined with the rules on paper and surplus water, meant that during times of drought, the Resnicks could sell Kern water back to the state water systems. They took Californian taxpayers' water and sold it back to them, both literally as the water supply and also to grow expensive food like gourmet pistachios and pomegranate juice. They converted the people's water into products many can't afford. And that's just one water bank. The Resnicks also have control of other water boards and have been sued for directing more water towards their properties. So how do they get away with this Chinatown-level chicanery?
Gonna be a lot of irate citizens when they find out that they're paying for water that they're not gonna get.
With philanthropy. The Resnicks donate millions of dollars to politicians and research institutions, which help them secure control over water systems, and even get more water and more taxpayer funding.
They donate money to politicians and lobby institutions.
How come Joe ain't talking about them, right? In the state of address.
He probably gets a cut of that shit. They all get a cut of this shit. They wouldn't do none of this if it wasn't for profit.
One important project is the proposed California Delta Tunnel, a taxpayer-funded project which would send water from Northern California to Central, where the Resnicks farms are. They've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on state and federal legislation and politicians who support the tunnel project. But their favorite politician is Senator Dianne Feinstein.
You come in here and you say it has to be my way or the highway.
Chair of the Energy and Water Subcommittee.
I find it absolutely insane that this bitch's name comes up all the time in controversies that I research. She dead now, I think, but they still rode her corpse out there to make those votes, you know?
Yeah.
She's a close personal friend of the Resnicks, attending their holiday parties in Aspen and...
Say it again.
I said she's crooked as all hell, man. You know what I mean?
Yep.
She's probably still signing stuff.
Close personal friend. Yeah. From the grave.
Yeah.
maintaining their financial interests. A quick look through the bills she sponsored shows several which would direct money to Kern adjacent water projects. The Resnicks even ask her for things directly. When a pesky study about endangering salmon and shad fisheries threatened the Delta Tunnel, Stewart wrote a letter to Feinstein demanding a new study. She immediately forwarded it to the Obama administration, who agreed to spend $750,000 on a new study. It returned the same results as the first one. Can't buy science. But the Resnicks have tried. They are among the top donors to the University of California system, with their donations focusing on agricultural and ecological studies. The Resnicks have basically bought entire departments who put out studies on how water systems should be managed, and where funding should go. That leads to even more federal and state taxpayer dollars being used to fix up what the Resnicks profit off of. This is all bad for California, even in a capitalistic sense. Agriculture uses 80% of California's water, but only represents 2% of its GDP. The Resnicks' water monopoly is just one way their quest for wealth hurts the rest of us. They allegedly lobby for increased tensions with Iran to keep embargoes on superior Iranian pistachios. Their giant crops lead to monocultures which kill important pollinators. They siphon taxpayer dollars into the company town charter schools they own, set up to train children to work for their farms. And of course, like any company of this size, they exploit their workers. We need to treat water for what it is: a necessary public resource, a human right, and something that shouldn't be owned by anyone, and work towards legislative change that stops people like the Resnicks from stealing it.
Dude, is that wild or what?
Wow. So that's what the Iran whole is about, the Resnicks and their water and the pistachios.
And that's crazy.
You know,
And
with
nobody heard nothing about no goddamn
could be, who knows,
pistachios.
you're getting ready to go to World War III with it over pistachios and the Resnicks. Crazy, man.
Crazy, dude. And the fact that they can just buy, lobby, you know, and do whatever they want, bribe politicians, basically, is what they're doing.
Yeah, and then they get out in front of us and you hear them say all the rich people need to pay their fair share and they need to do this and that. What a joke, man. It just keeps happening, too. Just keep, because you got Dianne Feinsteins of the world and Nancy Pelosi signing, just doing sneaky deals behind everybody's back. Then they get in front of the whole country and say something totally different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you
And
see, Biden just said they shouldn't be able to do trading. Well, Nancy Pelosi, everybody in there gets rich as fuck after all their trades because they're millionaires. They got several mansions that are worth more than what they make in a whole year. How are they making all that money?
They keep us in the Defense Department with weapons. They invest in it. And then if they make everything electric because of climate change, and they invest in, the batteries and everything, they get filthy rich, man. And then they know it's coming because they're signing the legislation for it. It's sickening, man.
Yeah, they're corrupt as all get out.
And then the taxpayers are paying for it all too. That's the you know what I'm saying, as far as the water rights out there and everything. So you lose your house. You pay for them to rip you off with the water, and then you lose your house burns down in the process. What a joke.
Yeah, and I can't believe that they can just cut their fire insurance, and everybody's been up on their payments, everybody's been up on their premiums, and all of a sudden they say, hey, this shit's just too flammable around here. We can't insure y'all no more. Well, I mean, these are multi-million-dollar houses. You got into the insurance building to fucking business to make money. They made their money and got the fuck out. Like, what kind of scam is that? Like, dude, we made billions of dollars off y'all. Hey, we can't insure y'all no more. Peace out. Well, give me my fucking money back then. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know, right? That's insurance, such a ripoff. And then like a week or two after they pull it out, the thing catches fire or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see those Jake from State Farm commercials about that, huh, Jake?
Yeah, I saw some people were doing the AI memes of it, and like shit was on fire, and Jake was running the fuck up out of there. See if I can find that.
I love your memes, man. Your memes are funny as hell, man.
I try, man. I got one that I'm about to do on Andrew Tate's bitch ass too.
What's he doing now?
Oh, you don't know the controversy on Andrew Tate?
Well, I know about yeah, I know about him, but did he do something lately or?
Well, he's still trying to deny all the allegations that are against him.
Okay.
And there's lots of documentation to back it up. He's been on house arrest. They just lifted the house arrest, but he still can't leave the country. And he thinks he's going to be prime minister of Britain, but he can't even spell it. And Benny Johnson just had him on his show the other day, and Trump's lawyer, Haba whatever, Haba Dabba Doo, I don't know her damn name.
Yeah, the lady or whatever.
Yeah, and she was acting moist as fuck, just talking to him. Hey, I'm such a big fan. I'm like, sickening. If you're a big fan, then you have to see his videos. And in his videos, you hear him say himself that what he has done to women, and you see videos of it.
Well, when he said that thing, I think I saw it on one of your shows one time about, about the ugly in the face or whatever and the tranny or whatever. I was like, dude, what the heck is he talking about?
Yeah, just move it out of the way.
Yeah, just move it out of the way or whatever. I was like, no.
Yeah.
He's a character, man. He's a character.
Yeah, so he was trying to run for prime minister. Everybody's hyping that shit up right now. I can't find the State Farm thing. Maybe I'll find it later. But he said he's trying to say like I'm close to Trump. He's in the Trump circle and all this shit. Like, dude, nobody wants to be associated with this scumbag. Some people do. Like Candace Owens totally ignored his videos and everything he said in there, but ended up, sucking him off on camera and shit because her husband is best friends with the dude.
Oh, is she? I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Yeah, they were best friends before they even met.
Wow.
But he's a
I
fucking
know a lot
pimp.
of people can't stand him, man. I'm like, whatever. It don't make no difference to me, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'd say
everybody do your thing.
he degrades women. I know he degrades women a lot, just hearing him talk and stuff.
Well, there's a dude that I follow called Milk Bar TV. He's an Australian reporter. And, just citizen journalist, but he's him and Crayon Murdered by Crayons on Twitter. They got all the evidence about that shit. They got the Bucharest documents from the trial, from the lawsuits.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about Andrew Tate, Latina. What's up, Latinas in the house?
Hey, Latina.
But he did a whole little short video, basically, of the Andrew Tate shit. Let me see if I can find it.
I like the name Murdered by Crayons. Is that his name?
Yeah, Murdered by Crayons. And he's been going off. Like, they get into a space together. And he's like, oh, you're the little pedophile who's talking shit about me. And he's like, no, dude, I got the fucking documentation. You want me to show it to you? He said, no, what you need to do is post the document that says that you're off house arrest and the charges have been dropped. They will not do that. They refuse to do that. And when he tells them that he has that shit, they get quiet like, oh, shit.
Like they don't know what to say then because normally he's running his mouth,
Mm-hmm. Let's see if I can find the one. With Candace Owens. I like Candace Owens when she tells the truth, but some of this other bullshit is just unbelievable.
Yeah, she's like, I liked Candace Owens at first, but it's more like she's turning into like a gossip type thing. I don't know. I still got respect for her, but I don't know, man. Sometimes I don't really get into it that much with her,
Yep. Watch this clip right here.
an extract of something that you said.
Start again. Hold on.
So I did see a mashup clip that we're not going to show because I thought it was unfair. I will say that. Only because there was no context provided to the clips. It was just an extract of something that you said that 10 years ago. Some of them were literally 10 years ago. So I do want you to contextualize this video that has been circulating on the internet of you talking about the lover boy method. So we'll take a look at that right now.
Sure. You cannot get a girl to work for you having fun. So the recruitment process is the same as the PhD course. You message them on Instagram. The PhD course is my recruitment system. I don't mention webcam until after I've had sex with the girl. If you're on dates and you're trying to mention it and shit, it just doesn't work. It puts them off. I'd never do that. That's disgusting. I'm not a whore. It's just not gonna work. You continue as normal, no mention of webcam. You f the girl. After you f the girl, you do the PhD test. If she passes the PhD test and she wants to be with you, then you start mentioning things like, yeah, but you know, you're always busy. You're always at work. You can come work for me.
Okay, so first question, when was this video taken?
Yeah, so this video is from 10 years ago, and this is me explaining how having a webcam company is actually a large...
Fair use, by the way, Daily Wire. Don't try to sue me with your stupid ass God King. I can't stand that guy. Anybody that names themselves the God King is a fucking douchebag, in my opinion.
video as a whole.
So, as I said, you cannot try and approach girls to do webcam. Hi, do you want to do webcam? It's bullshit. It doesn't work.
And it's explaining my general, overall, explains my life and how things are affected owning a pornography company, because obviously a lot of women will be put off by that.
No one's going to say yes. And any girl who does say yes is doing it. She doesn't like you. She doesn't know you. She doesn't love you. She's saying yes purely for money.
It doesn't explain, it doesn't say, I'd be very careful how I answer this question because I'm currently under an investigation, right? So I'd be very careful how I answer it. People are trying to chop it up and say that it says I am using the lover boy method to somehow convince women to do things they didn't want to do. This is obviously not the case.
No mention of webcam. You f the girl. After you f the girl, you do the PhD test. So yeah, on CobraTape.com I have my PhD program, and that is PhD is a pimp and hose degree that I'm
Clever.
And
Clever.
That's so clever. Oh my God, you're so clever.
Dude, I can't stand this motherfucker. He thinks he's the bomb. Look at this goofy motherfucker.
So they're not aware of it, and he shoots them with the webcam.
Aware of it. He just talks them into it. That's what he's in trouble for already, to using the lover boy method. It's like, hey, I'm going to be your boyfriend. You love me. I love you. We're going to get married. We're going to do all this whole life shit together. But he's just using it to pimp him out, put him on camera, and he does it to every single girl that he meets up with, him and his bitch ass brother.
Yeah, that's just wrong, man. That's just wrong.
We're almost done.
That teaches basically how I got girls, how I met girls, how I got girls to like me, how I got girls to fall in love with me to work on webcam for me. Because that's what I did. That was my MO, was find girls, make them love me, and make them work for me. And that's how I got rich. So that teaches everything I know from start to finish about not only getting girls, not only obtaining them, but retaining them. Because that's a completely different game as well. So I teach everything I know in there.
People are trying to chop it up and say that it says I am using the lover boy method to somehow convince women to do things they didn't want to do.
Oh, I don't want to do that. So, okay, I know you don't want to do that, but listen. Come, let's have a meeting. Let's just talk about it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Fine. But let me explain it to you properly. In fact, I'll bring one of the girls who works for me.
This is simply me explaining. It's actually a dating course I made a long time ago.
You, your bottom bitch, the new girl, you go out for fucking a nice dinner.
The basic premise of the video was me explaining that I don't mention I have a webcam business ever.
Your bottom bitch is the one who does the selling. You don't do the selling. The girl...
This is what I was telling you. He's got the bottom bitch that he gets to do all the selling for him to get other girls to recruit them to do the same shit. And like as it sees right here, not shown in the Candace interview. So she didn't know. She didn't edit it together. I have no idea. But the fact that she glosses over all this shit makes it questionable, to say the least.
Has to hear from the girl.
And that I'm Mr. Rich and I have this nice car and I go on dates with girls.
And this is where your bottom bitch has to be trained. That's why I said it's so important to have a good first girl. Sometimes when I say I have a webcam business, some of them want money and they want to work for me. That's the basic premise of it.
Right.
My first girl was so good, it was easy. My girl would sit there and go, oh my God, before this I was a waitress and it was shit, and now I do this and I make so much money, and the guys all love me and they adore me, and on my birthday they send me presents, and I get so much money, blah, 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 and it's so much fun, and we stay at home, and da-da-da-da, and we're gonna go to Thailand soon, and we're gonna be working in Thailand, and we're gonna stay there for as long as we want, you should come with us, it's gonna be so much fun, da-da-da-da, martinis, 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 bang, threesome. Slam them both, your bottom bitch knows, this girl's like, okay, well I'll try it. Put both girls on camera together the first day, so the new girl could sit there and just sit with the other girl and get drunk. Give them a bottle of vodka, put on the fucking chatterbait, 100 tokens per shot. The guys will send loads of money to get the girls drunk, because guys like drunk girls. Girls will sit there, get drunk, have a great time. You say it's your new job now, you haven't go to work ever again. That's how you recruit girls. You do not recruit girls any other way.
An extract of something that you said that 10 years ago.
I'm a little bit embarrassed about it, to be honest with you, because it was 10 years ago and I was talking about women and dating and things in a way that I wouldn't talk about them anymore.
I'm glad to hear that you're not proud of the video. And I think that that's one of those things where I say that people don't allow you to grow up from things that you've done or said in the past. And this is obviously when you were operating a webcam business.
For 4 years, I ran a webcam studio, which people find very interesting. I had naked girls sitting on the internet talking to guys.
So you don't, do you do that still?
I have 3 girls who still work for me. There was a webcam company. I've had nothing to do with it for 10 or 11 years.
I always say I took the most liberal route to conservatism that there ever was.
Yep.
And so I'm just not so quick to judge people.
The only thing better than titties is gambling. So it makes me more money. So
So there you go. Do what you will with that information.
So he shot 10 years ago.
Say it again.
I said he shot that video was made in 2020.
Yeah, but he was saying it was 10 years ago.
It was 10 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, it's 2025, dude.
Yeah, I mean, they got him on camera saying it about everything as far as the investigation goes.
Yeah.
I mean, he's sitting there. He's just saying it. I mean, he's probably done. Or are they still having haven't really been following it too much? Are they still having are they still investigating him?
Yeah, they're still investigating him. He was just got off house arrest, but he still can't leave the country.
So the trial hasn't came up or nothing?
No, not yet. But he, like I said, he's still on house arrest, and he just got that lifted, but he still can't leave the country. It hasn't went all the way through the court system just yet, but it's about to.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is crazy. And the fact that she just overlooks it, and then Benny Johnson brings him on his show and don't really hold his feet to the fire about it. It seems crazy to me. Like they want to get to the truth of everything and this and that.
But then some people, they'll drill down on him, you know what I mean? But he must be in their inner circle, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not really pressing him too much.
Yep.
But that's crazy, man. You wanna, I don't know. I think that's a little wild with the webcam stuff.
Yeah,
and
well,
then
it
they
shows
don't
him like beating a bitch's ass, like he's whipping her with a belt and shit. And tell me, like who you are, tell me who you love, and all this shit. I can't forget exactly what the dialogue that he said. I can't remember it all, but she was supposed to be 15 at the time on camera.
Oh, so it's like a little girl too, 15 years old.
Yeah. Allegedly, yeah. So
Allegedly.
Yeah.
How old was it? Well, it don't matter if he. I mean, was he like what in his 20s or 30s or something?
Yep.
Jeez, man, what? That's sick.
Yep.
He needs help.
So that all the way coming back full circle on the meme, I'm gonna do a meme of his little ass here soon. I got an idea. That's what got me on the tangent where you said you like the memes that I did. I'm like, dude, I got one for Andrew Tate's ass. So that's where it started. Like he had Benny Johnson had him on his show, and then, like I said, Trump's lawyer was on there getting moist for him, like lovey-dovey. Like, dude, give me a fucking break with this guy. Let me see if I can actually find it. Like, I'm such a big fan.
She's pretty too.
Yeah.
And she's a lawyer.
And you would really think that she would know better.
Yeah, you would think.
Like, if you're a big fan of Andrew Tate, that means you've seen his videos before. Wouldn't you assume that? That means she's seen his videos before. You know what the dude's about, but you're still a big fan. I don't get it.
Some girls just like that, man. Some girls like dirtbags like that, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
For
yeah,
whatever.
they do. And some girls like to get that ass beat while they're having sex too, and I get that. But underage people can't consent to activities like that. Is the whole point?
Yeah, 15-year-old. I want to be bragging about picking up 15-year-old, bro.
All right, here's another one here. Let me play this real quick. It's a 2-minute clip, but they talk about pimping Ken.
There's a saying I like, and it's actually from, take me to jail. It's from a street pimp called Pimpin' Ken.
Have you ever read the book by Pimpin' Ken?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to send you a book. It's a guy called Pimpin' Ken who's a street pimp in the 90s, and he wrote a book, 50 Laws of the Game. And one of the laws of the game is a hoe without instruction is headed for destruction.
My brother runs a company that manages girls on OnlyFans. So a female without instruction is headed for destruction. I'm currently filming this during the COVID pandemic. You may be watching this later on, but right now during the pandemic, OnlyFans is blown up. The owner of OnlyFans tweeted out, girls are desperately signing up because it's the easy way for them to make money, but without instruction. Pimpin' Ken, a hoe without instruction is headed for self-destruction. So these girls, they don't have a man telling them what to do properly, they're lazy, and they end up making a few bucks, maybe if that, and they stay on the very, very bottom of the pile. You don't want that. You bought this course, you want to make your money back, and you want to continue to make money for a long time. So you want your girls to be elite. I'm going to teach you how to do that. Have you ever read 48 Laws of the Game? Have you ever read that book?
No.
You should read it. It's by Pimpin' Ken. And he was...
Hey, have you ever learned the 48 rules of the game? It's from a Pimpin' Ken. You ever heard of Pimpin' Ken?
Shut the fuck up. What a weirdo. If this motherfucker's on my show, you ever or about a pimp?
You ever or about a Pimpin' Ken? Have you heard it?
The fuck out of here.
Street pimp. And he makes a very good point. One of the laws of the game is have a solid bottom bitch. And he's saying the key is if you have one girl who truly is out, who understands you and is on your side, and you can use her to control other girls, it's so much easier. And I'm kind of lucky I have that with my I say my main girl. I have 2 or 3 main girls. I can move any new girl into any of my main girls, and my main girl will be like, look, if you talk to another guy, he's gonna kick you out. If you talk to him bad, he's gonna kick you out. If you look at him wrong, he's gonna kick you out. Like they put the fear in her for me. Like they're on my side. Do you know what I mean? So it makes it a lot easier from that perspective. And then my main girl will come to me and say, look, I got her. She's doing everything I say. She's doing it. She's listening to us, to us, to us. It's very much us and them. And that's kind of how I've always done it with the pimp game.
I think it's actually very sage advice.
Wow.
Hey, that's very sage advice. You know what I mean? I know that the last piece with the sage advice was probably clipped in there, but at the very beginning, you can see where he's talking to her, saying, "Hey, sue me," because he knows he's about to say something totally stupid.
There's a saying I like, and it's actually from, take me to jail. It's from a street pimp called Pimpin' Ken.
Okay, so it didn't show what Candace's face looked like after he said that, but I couldn't imagine that she's sitting there going, "Oh, wow, yeah, Pimpin' Ken, sweet." It's amazing.
He was Candace Owens' husband's best friend or whatever.
Yes.
Wow. That's why that's why she don't care. You know.
Well, you got to simp for your man, I guess. Latina, do you have the clip of that body language people talking about Gavin Newsom? Trying to find this other clip here when as we're going through.
Let me see if I can.
It's crazy, and the fact that they're simping for his ass, I'm just like, dude, have anybody not seen his videos yet? Oh, Andrew Tate's the bomb. We love him. He's so MAGA. Like, no, not even a little bit.
It makes you question other stuff with them, though. You know what I mean? If they're doing that, you know what I mean?
Yep. Like I said, I'll watch her shit, and when she's telling the truth, I'm all about it. I'm good, but this type of stuff, you can't ignore it. Like, where was your truth and your fucking honesty on this? Okay, here goes the Benny clip. Benny Johnson. And I liked Benny too, but I'm just like, dude, a man that has daughters, and he posts his pictures of his daughters online all the time, you know, like he's a family man and all that shit. After the shit that you just heard, we didn't even get to the beatings yet. Like, he beating these girls left and right, talking about punching them, talking about choking them out. In their own testimony in the lawsuit, they talk about how they got choked unconscious.
Dang.
They're waking up and he's doing stuff to them, you know? After all that, watch this shit.
Hey.
Hello, Alina.
Hi.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. I'm a big fan.
Well, nice
Big
to meet
fan.
you. I'm a fan. You're the one saving Trump. You're doing more important work than me.
America, not just Trump. And I agree with everything you just said. And I think that your anger is the same that President Trump has for our country. And the time is now for us to stop being wimps. I think that's exactly the right sentiment. And I also have to say that I sympathize with you, because I think you go through a lot of the same, show me the person, I'll find the crime, that President Trump has gone through. And hey.
Hello, Alina.
Hey.
Nice to meet you. I'm a big fan.
I'm a big
Well,
fan.
nice to meet you. I'm a fan. You're the one.
I seen all your videos where you beat the hell out of them bitches. Hit me
Dang.
up sometime.
Ain't that shit crazy?
She looked like she's a real big fan. Only fan. Wow.
And I
don't really listen to Andrew Tate, but
you're lucky.
Wow.
You're avoiding a lot of the stupid shit, but
yeah, I know about him though.
When the Murdered by Crayons and Milk Bar get on his ass about this, he says, "Oh, you're a bunch of pedophiles. What? You spend your whole day talking about me. What you do? I'm a millionaire. Oh, you know what I mean? I fuck hoes. Oh, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I thought he was from like Romania or something. Why is he in Britain? Like, I don't.
Yeah, born in the U.S., went over to the UK. Now he's got a British accent. You understand it? But now he's in Romania because he could put hoes on camera, I guess, allegedly, without having so many restrictions. But when they file lawsuits against your ass for beating them and try to keep them hostage, allegedly.
And so he's trying to be the prime minister of Great Britain.
Yeah, he did a whole little. I didn't even watch it because it was so fucking absurd. But he did it in front of a podium with flags and shit next to him, talking about giving his political spiel.
That dude sounds like he's losing his damn mind, man. What the hell is going on?
Oh, Latina says, "Habba dabba do." Had to rewind it, playing this on 2 times so I can know what y'all talking about. Anybody proud of me? I never liked Tate. I am proud because he's a douche. I can't stand that motherfucker.
Wow, man.
And that's just some of the things. And like I said, the thing about it is, like, Benny, like, dude, you had seen these videos where he talks about the women.
How many daughters does he have?
At least 2, I think.
Jeez, man.
Maybe even 3. But they're young, you're small kids. And I'd be willing to bet after that interview where Benny's sitting there and Miss Moisture, whenever he's talking to her, he got off that cam and he was like, dude, you know what? I could have all them. I could pimp her. I could pimp out his daughters and shit when they get old enough, or not even, allegedly. I
Yeah,
just
she
don't.
seemed like a big fan, didn't she?
Yeah, big old fan.
I don't get it. Everybody says they're looking for nice guys, but then they go out looking for those guys. You know what I mean? I don't really understand it myself, but
Well, they were saying that the people were coming after him, and it's all misinformation and all this shit because he's too masculine and he's too telling the truth, and the Matrix wants to get him. Like, dude, you ain't telling us nothing that we didn't already know.
Wow.
Well, they didn't make me wear a mask on my private jet.
Well, no shit, dumb fuck. You riding a private jet?
COVID is not real.
Of course, it's not real.
I heard he's fighting Jake Paul. Is that true? They're trying to line something up.
I don't know. I hate Jake Paul too. He's another.
Yeah, me too. That's another fraud.
He's a fraud. But if I could watch somebody get knocked out, I'd love to watch Andrew get his bitch ass knocked out. Can't stand that motherfucker. They said he used to be a kickboxer, and then he got into the OnlyFans shit.
Fights.
Huh?
I seen some fights. I think he was like champion of kickboxing for a little while.
Yeah. And then he got out of it and started pimping hoes, I guess. But you saw it for yourself. Like you're talking about reading a book about a pimp, how to pimp on hoes. Lame. Then you got a grown woman that's fucking defending Trump. Totally into it. Oh, I'm such a big fan, dude. Explain yourself.
Wow. That's not a good look at all.
That's what I said. It's not a good look. Like, no matter where you fall anywhere on this spectrum of the shit, it's not a good look for Trump. He needs to totally distance himself from him. And he acts like I'm good friends with the Trump camp and they know me and all this and that. I'm pretty sure they don't want to have nothing to do with him.
Nah, man, because that sounds like a setup or something. I don't know. That sounds crazy to me.
And to have Benny on there, which he's been in the circle, and then have Habba Dabba Doo in the circle.
They'll use that. All they can, how they talk about Trump and women and all this. You know what I mean? They'll use all that information. I'm surprised they haven't already.
Well, look, Trump said grab him by the pussy. That's the only thing they ever had him on camera saying, or on tape, on audio. They got this motherfucker on tape beating a woman with a belt, or a girl beating her with the belt, saying that he's going to punch him, saying he's going to choke him, or has choked him unconscious. The women confirmed that in their lawsuits. So, I mean, if you hate Trump for saying grab him by the pussy, but everybody loves Andrew Tate, I don't get it. I do not get it.
I mean, they pretty much got his confession on video, so he might be done. But who knows? Money, money makes the world go round. So who knows anymore?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what he was saying, that the Romanian courts all corrupt and they just want his money and all kinds of shit. That could be true, but then explain yourself about the videos and shit. Like, it's all right there.
It's a little kid too, 15 years old. That's sick, man.
Yep.
That's something to really brag about.
And they did the math. They're like saying, okay, so if she was this age and now she's this age, well, we know what her age is now. Let's go back to when those videos were filmed. Oh, well, that would have made her 15. I mean, it don't take a fucking rocket scientist to figure that shit out.
Yeah, and then you got pretty much, Benny Johnson and Candace Owens. They're probably one of the top conservative commentators out there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And I didn't even play the other video for you. There was one where I forget the dude's name. His last name was Fox, Ken Fox. He'd went to jail for child exploitation and stuff. And when she did the video about him, she beeped out his name, but kept the name of the young girl that was the accuser. She said her name several times.
Candace did?
Yeah, but then bleeped out his name. And Milk Bar had the video. I tried to find it, but
what?
There's so many on there, it's hard to find. But yeah, I've seen so much shit about these people. I'm just like, wow, this is crazy as fuck to me. Like,
yeah. Well, I didn't even know none of this. Because I don't really get into either of them really too much, you know what I mean? But of course, I know who they all are, but I don't really follow them like that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of new. Well, not kind of. It is news to me.
I'll play this real short clip right here. Let's see what this milk bar talking about it.
It's muted, Rebel.
These victims who don't know each other at all, but it's...
Hang on, the audio wasn't playing. I fucked it up. Let's go again.
Yeah, we muted. You're good.
I did see the video where he's talking about here. Her blood vessel was busted in her eye. She actually was on film talking about that. I saw that interview.
I mean, there's some really, really shocking stuff in the indictment. I mean, with the Tate stuff with rape, it's there's one episode that's really, really brutal, and it really speaks to the nature of who Andrew Tate actually is, where he's choking one of the women. And you got to remember, Andrew Tate's a professional kickboxer. So he's choking this woman, and then while he's choking her with one hand, he's punching her in the temple with another. And she believed that she was going to die at that point. She didn't consent to this. And he was choking her so hard that her blood vessels in her eyes burst. And this is recurring with other women as well, over and over again. It's a pattern where these victims who don't know each other at all, but it's recurring that they say that Andrew Tate would choke them during sex. Again, they didn't consent to it. And with one woman even saying that, she was choked unconscious and then she came back and Andrew Tate was still having sex with her.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It's crazy, dude. Crazy.
What's that guy's name right there you played?
Oh, that was Milk Bar TV is his handle.
And he's from Australia.
Yep. Him and the Murdered by Crayons guy. And there's been several more people jumping onto the bandwagon too. Like, hey, let's investigate this motherfucker. And like I said, the Murdered by Crayons guy had the Buddha Crest or Buddha Crest, whatever the hell how you say that. He actually got the documents from the lawsuit, and he's reading all the text messages. And then Andrew Tate's War Room, which he called it the War Room, should have been called the Pimp Room, but where he recruits all these different young men to teach them how to do this type of shit. The text messages that they send back and forth between each other and him and his brother, it's all manipulation of these young girls saying, hey, if they don't do this, kick them out of the house. She has nowhere to go, so if she don't do it, she'll do it. You know what I mean? Like, just manipulating people.
Yeah, I know. I heard he was like a mentor or something to a lot of young men or whatever. That was like his whole deal. But who wants to live like that?
Yeah, and he would say that they would make, I forget the exact figure. Let's just say they made $30,000 in a month, and he'd give them like $2,000.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's like a real pimp, you know what I mean? Have you standing on a block and give you a bucket of chicken at the end of the day or something. What the hell? He's
yeah, and I
making
understand like the owner of the company obviously makes more money than you do, but pimping hoes is still pimping hoes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. You ain't kidding, man. Wow.
And just
I
taking advantage of people.
I didn't know it went that deep, because every time I would listen to anybody that had him on, he was always denying it and everything, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Then he would laugh and say, "Oh, they're a bunch of pedophiles that interested in my life." I'm like, come on, dude. You can't just keep denying all this shit. The evidence is right there. I mean, you can deny it, but there's the evidence. Please explain it. Damn, I gotta get this notifications over here. Latina's sending me the stuff.
Oh, Tom Selleck
Which one
has
should
a.
I watch first, Latina? We'll just go down the line. YouTube Shorts. We don't need to watch that one. Oh, okay, here we go. The Tom Selleck Ranch. Look at this big ass property. Holy macaroni.
Wow.
Back this shit up here. Disastrous weather condition ruined Tom Selleck's anti-Hollywood ranch. That's some big ass land right there. And you got to imagine, like, look, there's a car right there.
Man.
There's a car like right here.
Yeah, imagine owning all that. That's crazy.
Fucking Magnum PI, dude.
Yup.
For years, Hollywood has been welcoming tourist attraction hotspot has been a welcoming tourist I cannot read. Has been a welcoming tourist attraction hotspot in the U.S. The Hollywood Walk of Fame is among many attraction spots. However, California has underrated cities that might have better vibes than Hollywood. Ventura County is one of those places. That's a little more than an hour away from Hollywood. That reminds me, Harry and Meghan made their appearance in the fucking fires down there. They live an hour and a half away in a $14 million mansion, and they just had to come down there and give their 2 cents.
Which is no sense.
Dumb. It's a little more than an hour away from Hollywood. It provides tourists with the most stunning beaches and hiking trails. It's also some of the home of the iconic actor Tom Selleck. The actor has been dedicated to the area since 1988. So you got to think about every piece of land that came up available for sale around there. He bought it since 1988. I doubt if he bought it all at once, maybe. I'm just guessing. That's a long time. The same year that he left Magnum PI, Selleck has an appreciation for the lifestyle, but he has encountered problems in the past. In the following, I'll take a closer look in the damage done to Selleck's oaks and avocado farm. We'll also take a closer look at the problems the actor faced with municipality over the years.
He still got that mustache.
Yep. Tom Selleck's Ventura County ranch saw his oaks and avocado trees destroyed due to droughts. Standing for 100 years, Tom Selleck saw major damage to his hidden ranch. And I wonder if those residents had anything to do with that, allegedly. Like, if they're trying to get water diverted to their shit, obviously your shit's going to have drought.
Yeah, and then he sells and they buy up all the land. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. It was back in 1988, Tom Selleck made the bold decision of quitting Hollywood and instead opted for a quiet life on his ranch, choosing family over fame. At the time, Selleck was At the height of his career on Magna PI, however, the actor had different goals in mind and wanted a quieter life. No better place to do that than Ventura County, away from Hollywood's busy lifestyle. I quit Magnum not because I didn't like it or I was tired of it, he explains. I was tired of my nuts hanging out of them short-ass shorts. Them shorts were short, man.
Oh, man.
They had some hoes on there for though too, and that
My
Ferrari
dad
was
used to
the
watch
fucking
that
bomb,
show,
son.
man.
Yeah, I loved that show when I was a kid. Oh, TC with that helicopter, that was my dude. I'm like, dude, I
Yeah,
want to fly the
he had
helicopter, goddammit.
he had that car. Magnum
Yep.
PI had that car.
Yeah, I love that car, man. That car was iconic. Said I was tired from it and wanted a three-dimensional life because I didn't have one. His Ventura County ranch isn't short on space. It has 63 acres. Selleck's ranch is known for his avocado farm, which those trees are not easy to grow, especially like in my area, but probably easier in California for sure. The actor revealed he isn't a fan of avocado, but uses his tree to resell them. Avocado trees and oaks have stood for the last 100 years. So if you had an avocado, you might have had one from Tom Selleck's ranch. You don't know.
Wow, I bet you can
However,
make some good money on that.
oh
Selling
yeah, for
avocado.
sure. I know a lot of them come from Mexico, but California probably mostly other than that. However, due to droughts in California, Selleck saw some of his beloved trees get destroyed. So other than the title and the 63 acres, we know exactly what we knew before we even got into the article.
So that's another thing. You got all these food warehouses burning down across the country.
Mm-hmm.
Now the farmlands, we get a lot of produce from California. Get a lot of produce from Florida. Now all of it's in, that's a lot of food out of the supply chain.
Yeah, and a lot of people were saying, like, what happened to the egg supply? Like, are y'all seeing a shortage on eggs? And I'm trying to remind people, like, don't y'all remember when the Tyson plants went up? All those other different chicken places, chicken farms just exploded. And because chickens are the most flammable animal out there. I don't know if y'all knew that. They just spontaneously combust on their own.
Well, I had a plant around where I live, and they closed down. A lot of people worked there. And then they had the problems down in the one in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes you wow.
Well, if you listen to Biden, they made more jobs than anybody throughout his presidency.
Yeah, that's
from
what he
what
said,
I can see,
huh?
motherfuckers losing their jobs left and right around here.
Yeah, man, I see a lot of restaurants closing down. A lot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think the only people who are getting them are like government jobs, you know what I'm saying, and illegals.
Yep.
Because there's a lot of businesses that went out and never coming back, probably.
Yeah, probably never. Says the property contains more than 1,500 trees, with the majority getting wiped out due to the dry weather. It wasn't all bad for Selleck, who got to see his wildflowers grow despite the harsh conditions. The iconic actor admits he still gets a kick out of watching his trees and plants grow in cycles. $22,000 investigation was launched against Tom Selleck's use of the district's water supply. I wonder who kicked off that investigation.
Yeah, I know, right? Probably what was their name? The Resnicks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tom Selleck accused of stealing. Almost a decade ago, the claim was made of Selleck stealing water for his avocado farm. How the fuck are you gonna steal water? The Calagus Municipal Water District in Ventura County alleged that Selleck had a tanker truck fill up at a hydrant multiple times in order to water his 60-acre ranch in Westlake Village. That'd be a way to do it, I guess. He filling up from a fucking water hydrant. That ain't what it's there for.
If you notice, they ain't investing in the other couple though, right?
Mm-hmm. They spent $22,000 on the investigation. Does it really take $22,000 to walk down there and say, "Hey, man, did you do that?" Of course, he probably got to lie, but then you have a few interviews with the company that owns the water thing. Maybe set out a couple cameras. $22,000. Yeah, that's a bunch of money.
Inflation's a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of cash.
Selleck was given a cease and desist letter after his truck was spotted on 4 separate occasions. Along with legal fees, the district was seeking injunction that would ban Selleck and his employees from taking the water ever again. Seems the matter was resolved privately behind the scenes. Selleck admitted that the profit margins on his avocado trees were very low and not something he could have sustained long term. Thankfully, the actor enjoyed quite a lengthy career in Hollywood with a net worth of $25 million. Dude, $25 million is not a lot though, considered in LA. Like a whole house could be $25 million.
Yeah, that's true.
That's your entire wealth right there.
Uh-huh. The beautiful area though, man. That's beautiful. Look at it.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
I didn't even know he had a farm like that.
Yeah, here's the other clip here from Latina.
Yeah, that's crazy about him dancing.
That is crazy, dude. Like, this guy, man. This fucking guy.
And he wants to be president. Imagine that.
Yeah. The Jesus Enrique Rosas show. Let's see what he's got to say.
It's not playing the sound.
Huh?
It's not playing the sound. You must have to click at every video or something.
Yeah, probably.
It was muted.
And it was thanks to Leilani Dowding, who tagged me on X. Why the hell is Newscom smiling and rocking as he says this? You are a body language expert. I need to know. So
I need to follow this guy. Next 6. I'll write that down so I can follow him.
Is this one Latina sent it to you?
Yeah, this is the body language expert guy that's going to give us analysis on him rocking back and forth, being a fucking weenie.
For this, who is responsible for this? But let's play the video and then we can analyze it right after this.
We're dealing with a myriad of issues. I was just talking to Josh Green, the governor of down in Hawaii, who had.
I played this for Boomhauer at dinner earlier tonight, and he was like, "What the fuck?" Him and his wife watching him go back and forth. Like, dude, what is this motherfucker's problem? And it's crazy that he said that he talked to the governor of Hawaii too. Why would you do that? That shouldn't have anything to do with California. Why are you wasting time talking to other governors? Oh, well, they're telling us how they're going to rebuild their shit after they got burned the fuck down. Which
it sounds like it's all for land. That's exactly what he said, basically.
Here we go.
Some ideas around some land use concerns he has around speculators coming in, buying up properties, and the like. So we're already working with our legal teams to move those things forward, and we'll be presenting those in a matter of days, not just weeks.
So maybe you noticed that he did that very strange rocking with his body. You saw that he began rocking his body like this.
Like, see, we're not the only ones that notice that. It's totally unnatural.
It looks like the happy dance. Some money. That's what it looks like to me. See what Jesus says about it.
Yeah, let's see what he says. Try not to right strike on this shit. We're watching it. So everybody, make sure you subscribe to the Jesus Enrique Rosas show. He'll be graceful enough to let us watch this clip.
Like You know, it's like a Disney movie, like the classic Disney movies, not current Disney movies, when somebody asks a question, somebody has to explain something, and they begin, well, the dancing routine, and they begin to sing the answer to the question. You know, classic Disney movie figure, but they begin to do this. And why is he doing that little dance? If, in case you didn't spot that, in case you miss it, I'm going to play it muted so you can see it without the sound. It's important. Usually when I'm going to do body language analysis, the first step, in fact, is to listen to the sound without watching the video. It can sound a bit counterintuitive, but that is the actual process. First, you listen to the sound, then you look at the video without the sound, and then you finally look at the whole enchilada. But this movement, here it comes, that one, he begins to dance. I'm going to zoom in so you can see it better.
So crazy.
You have to see this in HD. Why is Newsom
about to get paid? About to get paid.
My first idea, my first concept. What, in my experience, when there's any kind of rocking movement, maybe you're rocking back and forth, or you're rocking side by side, or you're doing this, usually that is a very complex pacifying gesture. You rock your body like if you were a baby and you are rocking a baby, you know, to pacify him. That is the same principle. You rock your body a bit, just a bit, from side to side, but it's very subtle. Very subtle. It's not usually something that you can notice. It's more or less like, it's like when you notice somebody is breathing, which becomes breathing or becomes a bit heavy. You know that the person is trying to like pacify himself in this case, but he, let's say that his face, when he is sucking, he's speaking, when he's doing the rock, let's hide the rocking. Let's do something. Let's hide his shoulders to make that experiment. Let's focus on his face, not look at his shoulders, to see what do we get from here. What do we get from here? And, well, you see that he...
it's still weird.
He doesn't look worried at all.
Now you see his neck rocking.
His whole fucking body's rocking. His head's rocking. He's having a whole fucking party. And I wonder what's going through his mind like right now. Like, I'm swimming through a puddle of money.
Yeah, like his bank account number is going up. That's what he's seeing.
It's crazy. And from what I understand, that they still hadn't even begun to build anything in Lahaina yet. The last video that I saw, it's been maybe a month or so. The guy went down to the shore line, or, you know, to where a lot of the houses were closer to the water, and they still had guards 24/7. They're making like $50 an hour, and they got them there 24/7 all the time. You can't go down there.
To guard what? Everything's burnt down. Where they guard, just like they're just supervising the area or something.
There. Yeah, they're keeping people from going there, keeping people from building there. And
wow.
Even the emergency services here in California had already said that it's toxic area, so you're not going to be allowed in there until we can get a team that can come in, survey the area, see what toxins are there, do a proper removal of all of the debris, test the soil to make sure everything's nice and clean, and then you can come back in there. And dude, you know how long shit takes. It's going to be years before they get back on that.
Yeah, man. Now I know we give Olympics are come there. You know what I mean? A couple, like 4 years, I think, 3 years. I forget when it is. Let me look it up. We're supposed to have the Olympics there.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. They're supposed to have the Olympics there in 2028. And
yeah, 2028. Yeah.
Smart city coming to LA. So whenever Trump's thing is done, he's probably going to run for president, and he'll probably win because everybody will be tired of Trump putting the smackdown on him. And they'll be like, please beat me more. Gavin Newsom, I can't wait for you to come back and give me some of that lefty love. All right,
All I see is that American Psycho movie. They call him American Psycho. I don't know if you ever seen that movie.
Yeah, did you see my meme that I made of Gavin Newsom?
Nah, I might have missed it. Do you still have it?
Shit. Yeah, I got it right here. Let me get it. Speak of the devil. Let me grab it. Do 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 boop 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 boom 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 boom. Try to find it here. Where's it at? Where's it at?
But most people would be devastated. You know, if you're a leader of a state, you'd be devastated talking about how much, you know, you feel sorry for people or whatever. And he's rolling around doing the happy dance. That's
It's
so damn
absolutely
creepy,
insane.
man.
Look on your screen.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's perfect. I love your memes, man.
Yeah.
That is perfect.
Yeah, I appreciate
Perfect.
that. That's a real image of his actual face. The only thing I changed was those are Christian Bale's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I put the Christian Bale's blood from his actual face on there. So it's a little
Wow.
mashup.
Looks just like it, right?
Yep. And every time he posts some retarded shit, I post that meme on his feed and he can't do shit about it. Like, dude, you're fucking insane, dude. Like, only a psycho would do some of the weird shit that you do.
Man, literally dancing over it.
Dancing and prancing. Like some kind of weird motherfucker. I don't get it, man. I mean, we get it. We know exactly what's happening. But the fact that he's lying right to so many people's faces, pretending like it's not what it is, like, we get it, dude.
Yeah, did you see the video where he's talking about we're gonna get to the bottom of this? Who's in?
Yeah, we're gonna find out who's responsible.
I'm just like, what, dude?
Motherfucker, ain't you responsible? Like,
and people hear that and don't know no better, and they're like, oh yeah, he'll get to the bottom of it. Yeah, in the meantime, he's running the whole show.
Yeah, the buck stops with him. And the mayor acting like she don't know what's going on. So disrespectful to not answer any questions from that reporter when he's asking her, like, do you have anything to say? Like, people's houses just burned down. We know you were out of town. Do you think that was wise to be out of town when this shit's going on? And in her defense, do you really know that the town is going to fucking burn down? You're just going on vacation or whatever other
like you had it
business-related shit
pre-planned
she
or
had to do.
whatever.
She had it pre-planned to do that already. I can get that for sure. I sympathize with that. But now you're back on the ground. You're in town. You haven't seen the devastation yet other than TV or your people telling you, like, hey, this is so fucked up. At least say right there, like, look, I sympathize. I hadn't even got to the site yet. Let me see what's going on, but I'm here for y'all. Don't worry. That's what people want to hear. Not just standing there like a fucking retard. I mean, at least lie to my face. You know what I mean?
I know, and it, like, come on, man. Like anybody be like, we're sorry this is happening. Once I'm making phone calls. I'm gonna find out some more information. I'll have a public statement for everybody as soon as possible. Like we could even do that. She just looks like a deer in the headlights. Now I heard she's been to Cuba a lot.
Yeah.
Like she likes, she's like a communist Fidel Castro type of lady. Like she made over 60 trips over there.
Yep. And whenever he died, she was like, oh, she went there, did a whole eulogy or whatever on his funeral, talking about how great he was and this and that and whatnot. And like, bitch, you're a communist too, another Marxist just like the rest of them. So all this shit is according to their plan. Whether they arrived here with just utter incompetence or it was planned, it didn't hurt the situation none as far as their go. They're like, hey, this shit's going right according to plan. Let's just go with it.
Yep,
Don't let a disaster go to waste, you know?
Exactly. You hit it right on the head with that one, brother. Yep. That's what they say, right?
Yep.
Everything's going according to plan. It's hard to know if it's done. It's probably a little bit of both. You know what I mean? They're incompetent, but but they're they're doing it on purpose too. It's crazy, man. Because you have no explanations of why you're doing half the things you're doing, especially the water situation. Like, that's crazy, man. No fire, like we mentioned earlier, no fire prevention at all. Like, what do you think's gonna happen?
Did you see where they were stealing the fire hydrants?
No, I did not see that.
Let me grab that clip.
What?
Yep. We get the gist of the body language expert telling us that it's anxiety and he's trying to comfort himself and all that shit. It's just weird. He even acknowledged that it's weird. So we don't need to play the body language guy all the way through.
Yeah, I'll check him out though.
Yeah, check him out. I subscribe to his channel because I like the body language experts. They do some good shit.
Yeah,
there's 3 other guys that I follow that do good stuff too. You just look up body language experts, and there are several on there on YouTube. Let's see if I can find this clip right quick.
I used to watch them when they were talking about Kamala a lot. You know how uncomfortable she was when she was speaking and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's a fucking moron. You know, I can't believe she got as far as she's got, and it's not easy to speak in public for sure. I'm not the one to even be doing that type of shit myself. But if you're gonna be a vice president, president in politics, like Gavin Newsom, he's got it down because he has no conscience over any lies that he tells. He's just gonna straight tell you a lie straight to your face.
Yeah, that's what is he? Like a sociopath or whatever, have no conscience.
Check out this meme somebody did. This the right to bear memes. He's like, oh, I need help. I'm in the fire. 770, motherfucker. Peace out. Oh, shit. I'm burning alive. See if I can find this fire hydrant. Thieves. Like, they're putting, like, I don't know how they know, first of all, that there is no pressure to the fire hydrants. Like, hey, let's go get these ones. Because they're safe to fuck with, you know.
Yeah. I remember back in the day, the people used to, we lived in the city, so they used to open up the fire hydrants for the kids, We would run through the
You dropped out. I'm trying to find this bitch. Yeah, here we go.
There we go. I'm sorry, my bad.
Oh, you're good. I'm gonna mute you down so I can get this video to play. Yeah, so these motherfuckers are going out with
They've seen the same thing happening in Linwood, where multiple hydrants have been taken there. On this block, they don't have a single operating hydrant in case of a fire. Take a look. One was taken last night and the other taken on Thursday. Thieves are turning off the water first and then literally unbolting the fire hydrants and using their vehicles to knock it off and haul it away. And it's not just here. Sheriff deputies told neighbors they've seen the same thing happening in Linwood, where multiple hydrants have been taken there too. In more recent years, there's been an uptick in catalytic converter thefts, copper thefts, and now I guess fire hydrants. Only this is putting the whole neighborhood at risk. On this block, they don't.
And this is San Bernardino type area, so that's KTLA. That is Los Angeles area.
Wow. I did not see that.
There's a picture of it right there. 80 plus fire hydrants stolen in Los Angeles County. And this was June 2024.
So what are they doing? Like
selling the metal, I guess? Like, who are they selling this shit to? Scrap yards? What scrapyard is taking a fire hydrant?
I don't know. I know a lot of the catalytic converters used to, Mexico, and then from Mexico they go over to Europe then the money comes back through Mexico and all that. So I just can't see anybody in the States buying that like that. But who knows, man? You know, what a thing to steal, though, right? Probably going to other neighborhoods because you want to keep the hydrants in front of your house. So you'll travel to another neighborhood and steal their fire hydrant. Crazy, man. People are crazy.
They are crazy. And I saw some lefties talking about, well, yeah, they're gonna go run back in the fire and steal stuff because they don't have a luxury home to go to. That's how desperate they are to get money. Like, no, they're just criminals. They have a criminal mind that don't contemplate consequences. They don't give a fuck about people or consequences. It's crazy.
Yeah, and then in California, you can't protect your property. You know how they are with the pew-pews, you know?
Yep.
So the whole thing's a mess.
Yeah, it's all by design. I mean, like we talked about before, there's idiocracy, there's incompetence, and then there's a plan. And somehow within all that, it mixes together, you know?
Yep.
Get a few people that don't know what the fuck's going on, a few people that don't know how to make the water system work. Can't say shit about the firefighters because they just do what they're told. You know, they're going to go out there and put out the fucking fire. But if they have no equipment, because they gave a lot of it to Ukraine back in 2022, they gave a bunch of equipment, fire hoses, fire hoses, fire extinguishers, and body armor to Ukraine.
So if you ain't got the equipment, you can't put out the fire, huh?
Yeah, did you see them using handbags to put out the fucking fire?
Yeah, I seen that. That's crazy to me, man. Like running around with little handbags, throwing the water on the fire, man. That's what we're. See, it's dangerous having these people be leaders in where you live. It's literally dangerous for you.
Yeah, and check out these. Sorry, go ahead.
No, they're letting people coming in the country. You don't have no idea what's coming, and then them in charge of your neighborhood, no fire prevention, burn your whole house down, and then you have no place to turn to. You know, it's sad, really, man.
Yep, these are the people that's supposed to be keeping you safe, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Watch this clip here. These are, they hire DEI hires because, you know, they care more about that than actual merit. So none of them want to be mechanics, so they're running out of mechanics to actually work on the fire trucks. Watch. All these fire trucks.
Jesus.
Don't really need the music there, but all these different fire trucks.
Look how many
maybe
there
10,
are.
15, maybe 20, maybe.
Wow.
And I don't think they're all retired trucks, you know. They're sitting there waiting on repairs, either waiting on parts.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff in that.
And they could be out there fucking taking care of business, but
nope.
No, there ain't no mechanics to work on shit.
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff military like that too.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
No, I said they got a lot like that too, just sitting, you know, waiting for maintenance, submarine parts, different parts for different things in the military, just sitting there, not being used, either waiting for parts or they don't have enough mechanics in the military. Sad, man. That's what we've been through.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's just there's too much bullshit to say that it's just all by accident, you know. And I get it, the 80-mile-an-hour winds, and nobody can predict when a fire is going to happen, and all that shit. Watch this. Let me put this on the screen.
But you should prepare a little better, knowing that there's a chance for 80-mile-an-hour winds, you know, because that's not the first time they were there.
Yeah, look at this whole fucking neighborhood, though.
That's devastating. Look at that, man.
Maybe
damn.
Turn this volume down. We don't need to hear all that helicopter and wind noise. But row after row after row of house after house. Burned all the fucking way down, son.
Wow.
I don't know why the video stops right there, but it does. Yeah, exit out. No, I won't go beyond that. But hell, that's all you need to see is.
Man, that's terrible. Look at that.
And the ocean is right fucking there, you know what I mean? Like, that's perfect riverfront, 15-minute smart city area for you right there. Crazy as hell to me.
Me
but
too,
hey, I'm a
man.
conspiracy theorist, you know? So many problems. I think a lot of this shit, too, is by design just to fuck with Trump, too. When they're going to blame everything on Trump for one thing. But then when he gets back in there, like, look at all this shit you got to deal with. You ain't shit. You can't get nothing done because you're wiping Joe Biden's ass, cleaning up behind
Yeah, and
him.
and then they have their little laws that's gonna try to prevent him from doing things as far as like going with the illegals or trying to fix this mess. And they'll be screaming every day, how come you're not doing this? How come you're not doing that? Just like last time, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Callie said, Rebel heard from AJ say that Gruesome told journalists that he had no power because a storm was coming the next day and they had to turn all electricity off to prevent fires in Malibu, most expensive place to live, and that Palisades was mostly working class. Yep. And it seems like that fire is just going and going and going. Like, dude, put that shit out already. And I know them firefighters are working hard, but the delay that they had definitely did not help anything. And yeah, you can't fly the fucking airplanes and helicopters in an 80-mile-an-hour storm. I get that,
Well,
but
didn't they prevent, like, when Biden flew there, didn't they put up a no-fly thing because he was coming into town too? Did I read that right, or was that something else? Was it because of the wind, or?
Say that one more time.
I'm sorry, man. My voice is like shot. I heard like when Biden flew out there and they put up like a no-fly zone because he was coming out there, or was that because of Biden, or was it because of the wind?
Well, I think of both, because when he's up in the air, they're not going to let certain shit to be flying around, you know? They'll say, hey, ground your shit, let him come on in, and then you can get back up to it. But they were grounding shit because they had, the winds were just way too high.
And he never even went to North Carolina. Never, right?
I think he went there one time, but it wasn't like a full-on visit to where he's actually helping people. Like, they're still fucked up. And in California, it's a lot warmer, obviously, environment there. Latina, what's your temperature over there right now? I know it's like 20 degrees outside in this motherfucker right now.
Yeah, and you get up in those mountains in North Carolina, it gets cold, man.
Yeah, it's 26 right now. So if you're outside in a fucking tent, freezing your balls off. And that's what's so heartless about FEMA too. Like, dude, you know that these people are hurting. You know for a damn fact that they're hurting. Fuck all your regulations for the time being.
I know, you ought to suspend them. And then what Latina said, you're giving $750 for people that they have to pay back.
Yeah, they said it was a short-term loan, and I need to post the whole video, but the fire guy, the budget guy, did you see the one that I posted where the sign was falling over and shit?
No,
I
no, I
posted a
didn't
little
see
short
that.
about that where the they were doing a press conference, and first they had the little board set up there. Let me just go to my page. I'll find it faster, I think. They had the little board set up there, and they were talking about, okay, here's what we're going to give you for your recovery.
$750.
Yeah, here we go.
The heck is that gonna do?
Not a fucking thing. But then they were talking about 40,000. Oh shit, sorry.
Eligible for a certain amount from FEMA. First, the $770. Folks are underinsured, and they are going to have be eligible for a certain amount from FEMA. First, the $770, it's special. Then $43,600 to...
Jerk off.
Look, everything's falling down.
Jeez, man.
These are the people in charge of your life, California. Like when he first started, the card is sideways. Okay, and I have to set it up straight now.
They are going to
all these people around
be
him.
Eligible for a certain amount from FEMA. First, the $770, it's special. Then $43,600 to...
What a joke, man. Oh,
I think God knocked that shit over. He's like, get that shit out of here. God damn it.
$750.
Shoot. Go back.
Folks are under...
I'm going to try
It's
to...
actually scary to have those people in charge, man.
Yeah. You see it says special 770, housing 43,000, automatic state match 10,000. 10,000 does not match 43,000. I'm sorry, it doesn't. Other, including cars, 43,000. Total maximum 67 or 9770. It's kind of hard to see that, but they said it'd be a loan and up to certain millions, but it's 4% interest, but you don't have to pay any interest for the first year. Like, wow, thanks for giving me a loan on my own shit. What are you talking about, dude?
And in the meantime, the properties assess that, whatever, because it's so expensive out there. That ain't going to get you nothing, man.
Nothing.
They're going to end up losing their property.
Yep.
Through taxes and all that. What a joke, man.
All that shit should be suspended. Like, all these regulations and all this dumb shit. And even North Carolina, I don't know if you heard, they said they had property taxes due. And instead of waiving that, they said, no, we're going to go ahead and let you pay that. We're going to extend it a tad bit, but you're still going to have to pay them property taxes. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Let's play this again.
And they are going to have...
I'll play the whole clip this time. All these people around not even helping the dude.
They are going to be eligible for a certain amount from FEMA. First, the $770, it's special. Then $43,600 to...
Oh, man.
Latina said it's a high of 64, low of 33 there.
$43,500 to rebuild your home and to deal. Folks are underinsured.
Underinsured. What a fucking joke.
Because the pull of your insurance. This is just, man, it's unbelievable, man.
Yeah, it's
unbelievable. People should just flee California at this point.
Dude, so many people have, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't want to leave, we'll burn your fucking house down and make you leave. Allegedly. But man, I think it's going to wrap it up for me tonight. I appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate SC Wolverines for hanging out.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. That was good, brother.
Yes, sir. Shout out to all them rebels. Thank you guys so much for being here. I definitely appreciate y'all stopping in for our little chill test stream. We didn't really have an agenda. We're just trying to work all the bugs out, work all the kinks out.
So we're gonna come at you Tuesdays, right, Rebel?
Yeah, maybe Tuesday. I'm gonna try for 7, but you know, we'll see how it
Okay.
goes.
All right, brother.
If we can do it later, that'd be fine too. Shout out to the moderators: Anthony McQuaid, Atomic Tabasco, Cat F, Zeta Wichi's Cane Sword, the beautiful Miss Sonia Scrapbook, MIA this evening, but that's all right. Latina and Callie graced us with her presence, and of course the always classy SE Wolverines. I definitely appreciate y'all. All right, sir. We will see y'all
All right, have a good one.
next time. Yes, sir. Have a good one. Peace out.